We kicked it off, and we are kicking. We are kicking everybody today. Old people, middle-aged people, young people, players, GMs, gods alike. Even the random hobgoblin, even if he looks adoptable. Kick him. That should be the session name. Kick him.
Kick him.
Kick him.
Just kick him. And what I should have done is I should have pulled up YouTube on Microsoft Edge beforehand. Alas, I have done so now. The real question is, do our audio work? Yes, our audio work. Perfect. Silence and be gone. And I'll check you again later for squigglies. All right, folks. Welcome back, everyone, for another session of YouTube title names that I didn't get to. I'll be your host, TwoHands. And before we begin our grand adventure, who do I have the pleasure of playing with this fine evening?
Hello everyone. I am the pleasure who you will have the pleasure of being with this evening. I go by Aludriea. Sometimes I'll be playing Anvizal Erlenor this fine evening. Resident human, blood of the hobgoblins, probably ironically more historically cultured than most of the hobgoblins. And here for all of it. Stay tuned for vows and ceremony. Maybe, unless it goes catastrophically. Which is also a distinct possibility here in Rodinia.
And I'm Joe. I'll be playing Bore Krios, incarnation of the angel of death, quote unquote, Raven Queen. Who knows what will come of that? Very scared, big heckin' scared. Always straining, always maintaining, and hoping not to die.
Heck yeah. Alright, hello everyone, I'm Sharkbait, and I will be playing Echo, the Feyblood Ranger. Yeah, he's here, he's smelly, he's ready to go.
He's gonna kickflip somebody.
He is gonna he will mark my words, he's gonna kickflip.
Mark my words.
I don't know when, and I don't know how, but he will.
Those are the worst kickflips. You never see him coming.
Does he know how to kickflip? I don't know. I guess we'll roll for it.
We will soon find out on this episode of Rodinia.
Kickflip.
Rodinia.
Oh yeah, Rodinia. We return to our story of mud spas, mechs, and morally dubious hostage drops. This episode of Rodinia was a warm mug of weirdness, equal parts charming and unnerving. Calcutt had suggested the party leave the lakeside estate and begin preparing for the trials ahead. One by one, the Storm Crows found closure. Bori gifted Emma a necklace and a seahorse trinket for their daughter, before dramatically giving her all his gold, like a soft-hearted bandit. Echo tried saging the vacation house with Oren's help. He rolled a 3 on religion, so now it just smells like burning grass and anxiety. Anvizal had a solitude whiskey moment, possibly contemplating Lichdom or just being too sober for current events. Master Burb closed out the beach episode in the most legendary way, 2 drinks in hand, sunglasses on, and sipping what was canonically identified as Long Island iced tea. Fun fact, Master Burb's blood is 83% cocktail. Ha! Returning to Calgully, the party was greeted by hundreds of fallen hobgoblin warriors, purple-eyed, piecemeal armored, and robotic in discipline. Led by the Mind Witch, they had taken over the city in a way that was alarmingly efficient and peaceful. Quote of the day: "This actually won't be that different if I raise them as undead later." Anvizal, likely. The party regrouped at the War Room Pub, a familiar stronghold where politics and pints often go hand in hand. In the back, past the kegs and questionable stew pot, lay a hidden conference room, heavily warded. There, the Storm Crows met with Calcutt, Atreus and their select circle. Plans were laid, secrets shared, and the tension in the room could be sliced like a cursed butter knife. Anvizal, stepping into his most politically savvy form yet, made a bold request to the Mind Witch, asking whether his fallen hobgoblin soldiers might be converted into risen, so that he can rest and have the life that he spoke of living. The term hung in the air, a delicate challenge wrapped in diplomacy and a direct power move shadowing the Mind Witch's own benevolent occupation of the city. They agreed on the dead being up for debate. It was here that Atreus Splintershaft, war-worn and still impossibly shredded and noble, read aloud from the ancient texts detailing the ritual of Junun and confirmed the ancient prophecy's connection to the spirit continuum. Ghouls, or maybe just extremely ugly miners, returned with treasure. Among their finds were astrolite ore, great for enchanting weapons, black vein obsidian, coveted for spell-resistant armor, star dust crystal, which was valuable and otherworldly, and possibly seasoning. Also, retrieved were glowing mushrooms, tin spoons, petrified bread, and a helmet that was actually a chamber pot. Anvizal established a primitive ghoul economy where teeth are now currency. Stay tuned, folks.
Heck yeah.
Great.
The Stormcrows hatched a morally gray plan to trick the cat goddess Melkutia by sending her two resurrected Bori lookalikes, Lust and Greed. The plan included some custom delivery and a bag of holding Bori transport, perhaps a Vesper wing, and no talking or answering questions, just vibes. Bori said, "This is survival. This is pride. This is dignity." And also, he jingles when he walks, as he jokingly advertises his new cat toy, Saviors. Plans for Anvizal and Calcutt's official wedding and coronation were underway, turning political alliances into something a little more romantic and aggressively bureaucratic. Calcutt and her father got into a bit of a debate during the meeting in the war room, secret conference room. Atreus seemed to be more than usually protective, Calcutt declared, claiming that she was named the tip of the spear, and that she should be the one to lead their forces into the spirit continuum. But yet it was told to her that sometimes the spear needs to wait while the shield leads. Plot bomb alert. The party can enter the spirit continuum via the ritual of Junun, but it requires one splinter shaft to send you in, and one splinter shaft to pull you out. And with Atreus mentioning that Calcutt will be the one to pull them back after scrutinizing the ancient texts thoroughly, he mentioned that sometimes a warrior must be a shield and not a spear, as he looked to his daughter. Rodinia needed his champions whole and unwavering. His faith in Calcutt and her place as the new leader to bring them back cemented their bond and her responsibility. Also, there's a mech, a huge, recently excavated, chaos-slaying rune mech, and it might be their ticket to turning the tide in the final battle. It also probably has cup holders. Echo and Orin had a sweet spa and picnic day. They got mani-pedis, shared fears and hopes, didn't get chased by cats. Someone molted.
Ugh.
We don't talk about
I
it.
forgot. God. Oh my god. I need to write that down on my character sheet.
You should.
What do I even?
Echo and Orin agreeing to always have each other's backs and making fervent requests to each other to not die. The Spirit Continuum battle is coming. Chaos may invade Calgully, while our heroes are gone fighting in her stead. Relics must be made. Gods may need to be tricked, trapped, or even taken down. And somebody's got to prep Sandusky for a recon mission into Scree's trap-laden Soulstone Vault.
Cannot wait.
Because in Rodinia, there's always a bigger danger. And usually it's shaped like a cat. And so we resume session 37. Real questions, where are we? I don't know.
Great question.
Where do you guys want to be?
Are we solving the Melkushia problem?
You definitely
Yeah.
started to.
If I remember correctly, we were leaving off more or less with Echo and maybe somebody else going and dropping off the bodies.
Yes.
Yeah,
To
definitely
Melkushia.
not.
Yeah, Bori and the Mind Witch. We're not gonna go to that.
It would be
Which
very
makes
funny.
sense.
I think
No.
if Anvizal's not doing anything, it's super important. He should probably come along because he's a little more diplomatic than
That's
Echo.
true.
Echo will be like, "Here's your fake boys. Have fun with that."
My what?
Oh.
So that isn't gonna go well. So I just feel like we should maybe, yeah.
All right. All right. Amazon will give him the old raise with as little intelligence as possible, literally as making them enough sentience and intelligence to be functioning dolls, more or less,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
in all the worst ways you can imagine,
But
and all the ways a cat girl could ever want and ask for.
the biggest question: do he jingle when he walk?
He do jingle when he walk.
Mhm.
It's like 1,000 tiny little bells.
Do
She's
you
gonna love
all
that.
want to lead them in or pull them out of the bag when you get there? What's your strat there?
Oh, we're going to lead them in.
Okay.
We're definitely good. Like we're not bringing them to a compound where the cars are parked. We're pulling up with these nice cars.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rev the engines a little
Get that
bit.
map. Yeah.
Molting.
Perfect.
You know.
You know.
I don't know why it gets under my skin so much. The idea of echo molting is obscene.
I'm so glad that this is canon. I've just
Look.
never considered that before as a possibility, but in Rodinia, the possibilities are endless.
Yep. Yes, they are.
Uh,
Listen. You know, I was about to say one more level, and I can start making a binding, like, ritual circle inside of the Splinter Shaft estate, because, you know, the Bloodfang estate burned down. So that one won't work very effectively. I know it's being built up right now in the I do really enjoy how Jammin's like, listen, this is for the good of the city. I'm like, yeah, that hot tub expansion on your new estate is for the good of the city. He's like, shut up. Don't say it.
People gotta have houses, ham facade. Big one.
Oh my goodness. So that's pretty good.
What else am I missing here? Anvizol.
Yes.
Right, I almost got everybody lined up here. right. Let's go to
Everything is
Cat
as it
Town.
should be.
That's how no.
Nervous laughter.
Very human.
I love Cat Town.
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
Thanks, I hate
Right.
it.
Human mind witch. Yes.
Huh. Very
So-
human gory.
Yeah, very the humaniest of Boris.
Oh my goodness gracious! Right now.
So as you
Very here
all
for it.
walk through the city, you are going towards Cat Town. You've been this way at least 3 times now. You're starting to get the hang of it. And yeah, you turn the corner, and the entire district before where you originally saw and met Sandusky being chased by cats, you notice, roll me some perception checks, actually, Anvizal and Echo.
Yep, absolutely. That's going to be a 15. Not bad. Very neutral.
But
Dang, 20.
from Echo.
Noise.
Very nice.
Not
So,
bad.
Echo, there's a lot of cats around. Like, there's a lot of cats around. What do you notice with a dirty 20? There might be more cats here than you realize. Can't see it, but maybe it's just a feeling.
Great.
And
Are there
yeah,
more cats than last time we were here?
there were no cats in this part of town last time you were in this part of town.
Ooh,
You're in
great.
you're in the district before Cat Town.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
He'll just lean over to Amazon and be like, "It's a lot of cats."
Yes, yes, it is.
And Anvizal, you being the studied person that you are, as you're noting, folk in the street, you're noting the presence of some cat folk, which is maybe the first cat person that you've seen outside of
A book.
Cedric.
Yep. Oh, a book or last week's barbecue.
No.
Last week's barbecue. No, Chungus.
Yeah.
We got a lot of
Sorry, buddy.
a lot of characters here. So, and Anvizal, you might recognize the token art here.
I expect them to be remarkably sassy and
Yeah.
mostly useless.
We've got this guy.
Oh, he looks so jovial.
Yeah, he's just hanging out and he's watching you guys. But
This
he's
is the best
hanging
time.
out in his vest with little cats on it, running a little stand. It doesn't look like he's selling anything, but he is running that stand, man.
He's running that stand. I
He's
love
running
that for him.
And then there's this guy in the corner.
Wow.
Like, he's got a cane
Oh.
and like a shepherd's robe over, with a really
Oh.
bent and crooked cane, and he's
Little buddy.
Yeah.
So they're all
creeping.
watching us, right? Like specific.
Oh, with your 15, absolutely.
Yeah.
And there are people here and there in the crowd, but you just instantly lock eyes with just several sets of eyes that are staring at you.
Sus. Echo will try not to look suspicious and continue on.
Bro, we're not even suspicious right now. Why are you?
Exactly.
It was all
Thank you
snacks.
for
You stop
noticing
it.
that.
What is
He'll
the
try
state?
and blink something at you in Morse code that's not real Morse code.
Kickflip.
You could try. Kick flips, yeah.
How are you leading, escorting, or dragging the?
Oh, we're doing
Boring the mind
convoy style. One in front, one in back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Are they restrained? Are they on lead?
would probably have, we'll do nice chokers.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Orleans.
Okay.
We're giving them off to a cat girl, so
That's true.
Anvizal, with that, roll me a persuasion.
I will do my darndest
We're good at persuading.
if I can read. Ah, yes. 10.
Thank you. All right. So as you all assume this convoy line, this conga line of hunka dunkas,
Pokey
you can
boys.
see that these guys, they do. Everyone starts walking closer to you.
Oh no.
Yeah. You know what? Episode might actually have something for this. He just downplays the water jet and just turns it into a spray bottle.
Oh no.
Okay, which one do you want to spray at like 1% strength of water jet?
You know what? I've got residual resentment. I'm going for this one. I'm going for Sweet Locket.
Yes, Sweet Locket. I can't help it.
I feel like you wronged me in another life. I'd also feel bad if I sprayed this old boy. Like, Rose lived through at least 3 wars. He doesn't deserve the spray bottle.
Nah.
You know what? I have my anti-cat spray bottle right here.
Is that the one that you shouldn't put on cats?
Yes.
No, that would be really bad.
Ah,
I mean,
yes,
like
you
I've
do
actually
still have
got
that.
my
Oh
spray
wow,
bottle.
the actual spray bottle. Sorry, I thought you were talking about that item in game.
That would be how we just gonna
Yeah.
bust.
Yeah, Bori still has that.
No, that's Bori's insurance policy.
Uh-huh.
He needs that on him.
I'm sad that nobody's used it.
Nobody's used it yet.
Yet.
GM.
If this doesn't go well, it might end up being used.
Yeah.
So, this one, not Sweet Locket. This cat
yes,
folk,
legally distinct Sweet Locket.
yeah.
No,
gingerly
Yes.
come. What's up?
it's good too. We've got Sweet Locket at home. No,
Sweet Locket at home. That's right. She gingerly prances over and puts her paws on the merchandise, and does the little cat like snoot lick thing, and that's when you spray her. And Vasal, what do you say, or do you say nothing when you spray her?
I'd probably go. Exactly, I do the noise.
She and her ears go back, and she just kind of slithers off.
This one gets persuasion. I'm gonna say to this one, I'm like, don't you have a stall to be running? I think I saw a customer.
roll me a deception. He does not have a stall.
100%.
He needs to be running. But he might be otherwise convinced. I'll give it a 17.
Let's go! 5.
Oh no.
He's like, wasn't even my stall.
Wasn't even my stall. And so he too, he doesn't say anything, but he just looks, and his ears are twitching, and his eyes even like cross a little bit as he just looks over the merchandise, and kind of saunters his way. He's a little wobbly, saunters his way over to Echo, and begins smelling you, Echo.
Oh, little buddy.
Smelling you. There's a cat behind you smelling you. What do? A cat person.
I'm conjure vermin. I'm gonna conjure vermin, and I'm gonna try and distract him with my
Ooh.
That's a
vermin.
thing. That is a genius.
Big brain.
Oh my
I'm just gonna
goodness.
summon a bunch of rats.
Yo!
They're
Roll
going
me
to
a
scurry.
fate 20.
I'm giving those rats a salute. They're
Yeah.
God's toughest little troopers right now. You're
I got
sacri-
So 20. I don't know if that actually does anything, but
Holy crap. Okay, so
That's genuinely quite wild to me.
as soon as
That
you
is wild.
summon these vermin, they start kind of pouring over here, and this old cat, you know, he's like, oh. And this cross-eyed fool, he's like, yeah. He starts, they start kind of chasing the rats, and that's fine. But then the rats get spooked all of a sudden, like a ripple of fear passes through them visibly, and then you just see this little head pop up from one of the roofs. Boop,
Oh,
That is the most majestic cat I've ever seen.
boop,
Little Chungus.
boop,
Oh no, Chungus Jr.
oh, there's a lot of them. There's a many chungus.
boop,
Oh, no. Oh,
Ah.
that's so many.
boop.
Oh lord.
Sick.
Oh, my God.
Dude, you just see like meerkat heads.
Well, the good news is there is no good news. We should run.
So I'm gonna ask my rats to
That
to
nat
stay
20.
away.
You should tell your rats to just disperse, flee.
Your
Just tell them
roll
to
me-
run in as many directions as possible.
Yeah, I'm telling them to like go like literally distract these guys. So like go like over here, like over there, maybe somewhere, maybe over here, so that we
Roll
can just
me
pass
a wisdom saving throw for your rats, because these guys are they are leaping from rooftop to rooftop with like
Oh, Rodinia,
blood
they're
in
coming.
their eyes.
Okay, hang on. Rat.
The DC is going to be 18 to have control over these rats, as there is a pack of small lions coming for them.
Rat.
That's I don't know. That's like a proper pride right here.
I fear the rat swarm is probably not super wise.
Roll me a d20.
Okay,
Believe Simba.
I believe.
Bro,
I
your
don't.
rats are running. But that's probably great, because
That's a good thing. We can. Yep.
this
We'll take
group
it.
runs past you, chasing these rats into the city at large.
Excellent news.
Well, you know what? At least it's not a fire.
You know what? And I'm glad that they're gone, because clearly we had a problem.
That was an excellent nat 20.
That was beautiful. Like, absolutely fantastic. Let's go. Let's go. Right now. Let's go.
My poor rats.
Don't stop. Don't look up. Don't stop.
just keep going. Just keep going.
It's fine.
It's like that purposeful walk you do downtown so you don't get stopped or mugged.
That was probably the luckiest rat swarm
We've got
I'll
our
ever see in my
AirPods in.
life.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's go, rat swarm.
So this guy is like plastered up against the wall because all these mini lions jumped down in front of him, and he was just like, "Oh god!" He hasn't moved.
Wasn't in on it.
Me too, buddy. Me
I
too.
think he was in on it until he wasn't.
That's fair. Yeah.
Oh no, they're wide. Crap. Let me fix it.
No. Even better.
I can't.
Even bit.
It's better this way.
We brought you the Kylo versions. They're wide.
Give me wide Priarch.
Listen. Leave at least one.
I want to do that to the
Just like-
Priarch.
Milkrush's like, they look a little different.
Hold on. Yeah, there we go. The green version is just wide. He's just so.
Ingles.
Greed thickens me.
he's like, he's boring 1.25.
But he's
Damn, these
wide.
patch notes are different.
No. All right, come on, wide boy. Anvizol,
Clear the lane.
roll me an Arcana. And this
I'm
is
good at
for
those.
anything that could possibly have gone wrong in the fine tuning and balancing
25.
of Bori and of Mind Witch. All right, so that Bori's good. Roll for the Mind Witch replacement.
Also 25.
You know what?
That's all right. Very reliable.
Very
The
Anvasol's like opens
consistent
up
quality.
cookbook, follows it exactly.
Human.
You know what? Actually, that would make a lot of sense. Anvasol probably just pulls up his notes from like a while back before he figured out how to give them more autonomy and sentience. He's like, early model. We're gonna go with the 0.7.
Yeah. Let's move back to
Follow
Cat
that to the
Town.
letter.
So
Holy crap.
that was pretty great.
It's pretty good.
So then you guys find yourselves in an area of town that you do recognize, which is
Nice.
where you met Sandusky.
Nice.
Let's put these wide boys here.
Yes.
Wider.
Wider?
Wide.
Wide. He's
What?
not wide enough.
It's not wide enough. Roll me some perception checks.
Okay. I'm ready to proceed.
He's so good. Oh, I wasn't ready.
Natural 20. Let's go.
Wow.
Nothing I roll is gonna matter at this point, but I'm gonna roll regardless. 21,
Oh,
not natural, but
20.
yeah, natural 20. Echo, you're just locked in. You're like, actually,
He's like, "Boring."
Ranger senses go.
The one
can't-
point in this whole game when his ranger stuff is kicked in is right now.
That's not true. You went really genocidal on those goblins.
That is true, but I feel like that's not ranger. That's just Echo being racist. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Bro! Oh! Also true, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah.
So Echo, as you're looking around, you feel something against your leg, and you realize it's a cat. And instinctively, you just start looking in places that cat should appear, and you just begin
That's a
to
lot
spot
of
them.
freaky cats. Do you imagine horse-sized cats? I was not ready.
I want horse-sized cat.
No, never.
I'm
Take
sorry.
that back. You take that back right now.
No, I want them. I want 5 of them. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'll take your entire stock.
You just start spotting all these cats that have.
Those
some
are
of them were
cool. They're
hiding,
so cool.
Some of them were
That
lying
one
down.
is not a cat. That one is a devil pretending to be a cat. Does not have cat eyes. Oh, I like the lynxes. They're so cute. They're fluffy ears.
Yeah. Let's get the
Look
lynxes
at
up
'em.
here. Meow.
Listen, I will say that crag cat right there, he was having the time of his life for half a day when the Prince of Frost and Darkness was here. Now he's back to borderline heat stroke at any given moment.
And he even-
Microshia's like, I didn't ask if he'll die of heat stroke. I said I want one of every cat.
You could give him a little lion haircut. Shave his body and leave a little piece.
Habitat schmabitat. I want 5.
So, as soon as you cross the two groups of cats that are just idling in these buildings, they just all dart for you guys, at least towards you guys, and they start running at speed underneath your feet to the other side. Do you do anything during this event?
No.
You know,
Nope.
Amphisol's thinking this is some sort of hex, so he's gonna put his legs together.
Echo
He is a
will just-
very superstitious man for good reason.
Yeah.
He's going full attention stance, like
Echo will
this
just-
ain't no fairy ring for cats. Get out of here.
Yeah. And we're not
Anvasol,
being like robbed or whatever.
there is a black cat that is like biting your boot.
Right. That ain't right.
You know what? Let's see. What do I got here?
It looks like he was trying to like push his head like between your calves, but they're locked.
Yeah, he's just fighting the crap out of my boots. Oh my gosh! You know what? Let's see. What do I got here?
Everything else has gone back to the opposite side, but this one cat's just biting your boot.
I'm gonna reach into my bag, pull out my steel mirror, hold it up to the angle of the sun, and then shine it in his eyes, and then just away, just like up the building.
Roll me a straight intelligence for the math. Just
Yep.
give me a reflect the sun check.
Yep, I got you. Straight intelligence. Let's go. This will be -3. So 17, 16, 15, 14, like 14.
Yeah, perfect. All right. Nothing significant happened. The cat is warded at first, startled, and then as you dangle the reflected light, it chases the beam.
Let's got to keep that in his front pocket just for quick access and use.
Perfect. And then our tiger returns. Our very strangely drawn tiger returns.
It's really
he
obscure
real?
looking. I don't.
He looks a little bit like a person.
Don't say that. No, stop. This
Like
was started as a cat person and then tried to become a cat, not the other way around.
Yeah.
The opposite of Blair. Oh goodness.
And you're these two guys wearing their ornate headdresses.
Very nice.
First time you're seeing cat folk this far into Cat Town. They both stand at attention and seeing your cargo and how you've been treating your cargo, they nod to the left, to their right, to your right, their left. I guess, yeah. And you all pass through this alleyway into a private chamber. Let me just wide this boy. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Him.
Yeah, we turned him sideways to fit him through the alley.
Very important.
I love it so much. It makes me so happy. Oh,
And you notice that the crowd of cats has been following you. They haven't been trying to get underneath your feet, but like you're drawing a crowd. It's like all the cats are starting to come with.
Good. This is exactly what I wanted.
And Anvizal, you can see here in this plaza area, there are shimmering vats of what looks to be crystal clear, cold water, and a little sprinkle fountain that bubbles and spritzes.
very good.
Water. Interesting.
Okay, I'm here for it.
Cats hate water. I'm reading too much into it.
Is there anything you'd like to do here in
Unless they're
Echo?
like a jaguar or something. Jaguars love water.
Tigers can swim pretty well.
Tigers are terrifying.
Water.
Yeah. You see a jaguar just dive into water and bite a hole through a caiman's head. It's wild.
Oh, I have never seen that.
Yeah.
What you want to do with this water, Echo?
I want to inspect it.
Okay.
Bro animates the water and has a full conversation. No.
How do you inspect the water?
I would like to just look into it first. And then, I guess, I don't know, smell it?
Okay.
Look with your special eyes, my
I
man.
want to look deep into my reflection and see if I see myself looking back.
Okay. Hmm. I'm going to have you roll something. Roll me a perception. Okay.
Ah,
See,
very
you
good.
you see water.
Nice.
Is there anything else you want to do with this water?
I would like to try and touch the water.
Ooh. Roll me a fate 20.
Mm,
A
that's a
9.
9.
You touch the water, and your reflection ripples, and you see it reforming as an amorphous version of yourself. And then, as the ripples pan out, you see yourself reflected in the surface of the water.
Well, I do not like that.
It's just a reflection.
Seems like water.
I'll believe it. No.
Very
And
wet
now
water.
I'm going to taste the water that I just put my hand in and see if
Interesting.
it is truly water.
Roll me a perception taste. We'll see how this water tastes.
Is it good water, though? 11.
This water is probably some of the cleanest and tastiest water that you've had. If you like clean and tasty water. I don't know if you are actually into that.
Water is wet.
Yeah, okay. All right. Nothing out of the ordinary here, I guess. I will continue on without saying anything.
All right. Okay. Ein Moment. Paige, where'd you go, Paige? All right. So let me I had a page which was the inside of this building, but it's all right. We'll figure it out. Let me grab that. In the meantime, what's Bori up to? So last we checked with you guys, Bori had raced his way with Jamin back to the surface after securing the fake Boris. What's Bori up to?
He would probably be chilling with Jammin until the rest of the Storm Crows got back.
Okay.
Not sure what all he needs to do, but he'd probably just be hanging out.
Okay. So nothing that you need or really want to be doing, but just doing some vibing with Mr. Mindwitch.
Mm.
Nice.
So, Joe, as you and the Mindwitch are hanging out, where are you guys hanging out?
This is an important question, Bori.
Probably either the Splinter Shaft estate or the Bloodfang estate, because I know he's like kind of commanding the Fallen to like reconstruct it, and I don't know if he like needs to be there or not.
Where do you want you and the Mindwitch to be hanging out?
We'll
Because
do
it's your choice.
The Splinter Shaft.
Okay. All right. Let's transition to you two. Just do a quick little Splinter Shaft. You and Bori are big chillin'. Are you and Mindwitch are big chillin'? What are you guys up to in the Splitter Shaft? Lounging in the living room, lifting some weights, hanging out.
I'd say they're probably doing like a TK off, trying to see who can lift the max amount of weight.
Ah, nice.
Okay.
Did I speak too soon about the Splinter Shaft estate also not being burned down?
We'd be on the ground floor, like out in the garden or something.
The world may never know. Come home like, what did you do?
So as you guys are strolling around, you see that Atreus and Calcut are actually in the middle of a really intense game of ping pong or some type of ping pong adjacent sport. Rodinia ping pong.
No.
You can see
They're
them
going anime.
They are really into it, and they both seem really good. And Mindwitch kind of, all right, let's see what you got, Bori. And he motions to a boulder. Boulder, it probably weighs about 200 pounds. Probably boulder about 3 foot wide.
All right, let us do it. All right. What you wanting me to roll there, G?
Roll me. What's an intelligence based skill that you have some type of proficiency in that would make sense here?
I don't have proficiency with it, but Arcana would kind of make sense.
Okay, we can do Arcana.
Or we can just do like a power attack roll.
Okay, we do power attack roll. That sounds good.
Okay. I'll just use invisible force. 11. Rolled a 2 on that. I have a +8. Or no.
Oh my goodness
Rolled a 3.
gracious. That's rough,
All
buddy.
right.
I'm not gonna use him for anything else. I'm gonna use 3 pressure points. Make that a 14. Every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps.
He'll give his shot.
No.
So you're trying to pick up yours, and you move it a little bit, and then he goes for it, and he lifts it up, and he just smiles and he lets it go. Not bad. And he said, "All right, next one. Atreus's middle button on his vest."
Right. I like it.
Delicate. How is your
Fine.
control? Now, before you roll, anything below a 14 is gonna be probably not good.
Oh no! As it messes with their game.
Anything between a 14 and an 18 might succeed, and anything over an 18 will succeed in a way you don't expect.
Oh,
Let's do that. Let's go.
I like it. All right.
Why pass your check when you
26.
can pass away?
Let's see how he does. A 20.
26. 26, my guy.
So
X mode on. No.
he goes first, and he grabs for the button below the one that he told you to grab, and it rips off a little forcibly. And let's see if Atreus notices. I'd be surprised if he didn't notice, but he does have a passive perception of 11.
He is pretty concentrated on the ping pong game that he's in.
Yeah. So that was for his. He doesn't notice. Let's see if he well, for your 26, he definitely notices that one, because that was way
Oh, no.
higher than what was. So he doesn't notice the button being removed, but then you go, Joe,
Oh no.
and most
Lordy
of his
gee,
vest
no.
comes with the button,
Oh shit.
Oh no.
and you're here like holding his vest. Mind which is just like got a finger pointing towards you.
Remarkable.
I got the button.
I'm so here for this.
What do you what do you do?
Bori's probably just chuckling to himself.
He just shouts, "Don't worry, we have mending. Sorry."
Oh my gosh.
As he's looking at you guys, Calcut scores on him.
Yeah.
Got him.
It's all part of the bigger play.
He just kind of laughs at you. You know, sometimes it's not always about strength or the ability to wield power, but the ability to control, Bori. Remember that as you learn and as you grow, that sometimes the strongest form of power is the ability to control it.
That is definitely the thing that I've been trying to master since I unlocked these abilities. But haven't really mastered. As he has both the destructive and the overwhelming power exertions.
Yeah. No. And with that, based on the location that you picked, we pan back to Cat Town. Oh hey, I found the map that I'm just blind, man. Hang on a second. So
Me
yes.
too, man. Me too.
I'm like, I swear I made this. Looked over it 3 times, dude. What the hell?
You'll have that.
As we're fading, you just hear Bori. How is things going with the exchange? I do not hope, or I do hope that everything is going well.
I do not
The
hope.
exchange.
You better start hoping.
Let's see.
As he looks to the Mind Witch, as he probably has eyes on it already.
I sense no issues yet.
Would you hit me with yes?
That is a good sign. Let us hope nothing else happens.
So you guys are inside this. Man, it's like a mix between ornate and decrepit. It's such a weird like flavor mix. So you can tell that there are signs of luxury, and that there have been many exquisite things gathered in this place. But a lot of them are in tatters. Many have been just shredded, clawed. All the nice furniture has been frayed, and and the place reeks of cat pee. You know, roll me some Constitution saving throws. Let's see how well you're doing about this reek.
Them about to be real high. Oh,
That is a -1.
Legally speaking, I love how you rolled higher than me, but had a natural 1.
That's a natural 1, not a -1. Natural 1 for a total of 3.
I had 2, but it wasn't natural. So I guess that's legally something.
Yeah.
So, shark bait.
Yeah.
You you didn't realize. So there's a phenomena in science where different levels of smells are perceived differently, even if it's the same smell. For example, some colognes, if in too much concentration, smell like skunk spray,
Yeah.
and vice
Yeah.
versa. And this level that has hit you, Sharkbait Echo, you are madly in love with this smell. At this concentration, you've never experienced anything like this before. It is euphoria for your nose.
Am I
Invazol.
fighting the urge to like lay down and roll around a little bit?
Oh,
Like,
No!
absolutely.
Oh, God,
oh my
no.
God. This is bliss. This is joy. Invazol, you can roll me another Constitution saving throw, and if it's under a 13, you will throw up.
He just heaves his guts over it, like, right here, this wheelbarrow. Right here.
It's bad.
Breakfast is gone. I don't know, Amazon's gotta pull out, like, a little kerchief really quick.
No.
Wipe it. You know what? Here, Amazon's got something for this. No, that would be super
I
rude.
was
He just...
like,
Amazon just charcoal to the nose now.
You just hear from the ether, now you understand!
Oh,
Right, we
boy.
don't have time to stop. Amazon's got to give it a couple more retches, really make sure he just empties that baby out, and then he won't have to worry about throwing up anymore because he's now running on dry. That was just dry heaving. No.
Exactly. I mean,
Great.
that's a good spot to be in. Echo.
Exactly. You know what, Echo? I'm sorry, but Amazon dry heaving, he's actually going to tag you in.
what? What?
Buddy, I don't know if I can sell it. All you have to... They're better. They listen to whatever you do. They like bring you milk and stuff. You gotta sell them for me.
Wait, you're leaving them with me?
And Amazon's gonna like lead you to the front,
Okay.
and he'll take
I
up the bag.
He's gonna breathe deeply. He's gonna be like, "Ugh, I can do this. I feel so confident right now.
Okay. And Vazal is puking. If he catches up, that'll be up to
Yep.
him.
Yep, Amazon will take up the rear. Is what's happening. Echo, you gotta go to the front.
Excellent.
Is your life now?
I got this.
There you go.
Don't worry. This is going to go well.
Oh yeah, it's all together.
Mikushia, her ears just go down and then they perk up. Intruders! Welcome.
Echo will not say anything.
I see
will
the good
simply-
graces have returned to you, along with your sensibility has brought you crawling back to me with presents. And bro, this cat's a lot bigger than the last time you saw it. She is in her larguous form as this
Oh no!
cat that's probably like liger sized, which is big.
Oh.
Kind of emerges lazily from this tuft and gathering of fancy luxury pillows. And she just starts to trot, jumps down a couple feet, lands without even a sound, like cats do. And you see beside her this big, big, big bowl of milk that's shimmering.
Yeah. Echo's just gonna step aside and bow and gesture to the guys. He's not gonna say anything.
Nice, just like we discussed. Oh yeah, it's
He's
all coming
sticking to
together.
the plan. He knows how important this is.
She looks at you. What have you brought me? You ever get pawed by a cat without the claw? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bat.
Roll me a dex saving throw.
Let's go.
This is a big one.
Oh
Dude,
my god.
imagine like
You're so good at Dex too. What happened?
I have a +7.
What
imagine if Danny
happened?
took a body pillow and had like a triple wind up, like round the world wind up with like a body pillow and just whacked you with it in the head.
He lets out
That's-
a little. Ooh.
She
then
does
he
it
tries
3
to
more times
struggle.
in quick rapid precision.
No. He struggles to get back up and like maintain composure.
Watch out! Watch out!
And then he'll just put his hand on the back.
She's already
like,
moved on.
Huh?
She's already walked past you.
Oh great, okay. Amazing. I will continue to say nothing.
She looks at the prize and then she saunters over to you, Anvizal.
Retches slightly.
Yeah. And she is so you know how cats sometimes
imagine-
like they throw themselves at you?
Oh, they do the.
Yeah.
That. Yeah.
Deck save.
Evansol's about to get freaking flattened.
Might not.
15.
Okay.
It's close.
Oh no.
He's definitely he takes a few shuffle steps before he rights himself.
It's worth a roll off. Oh no. So like you were starting to like, but she's just too big. Like you can't. She's wide.
Evansol's just got this fluff and then just like plops down like this is my life now.
She body checks you. She doesn't knock you quite off your feet, but you definitely get like thrown back a bit.
Yeah,
as
Evansol like stumbles and like catches himself on the wall like.
she turns quickly, and her tail is right behind her. Just like I don't know how to
Why?
describe like a 3-foot wide puffy cat tail, long-haired cat tail. Just it's like getting thrown through a car wash, like one of the with the big rollers.
I love that visual.
It's like a ball pit jumping into you.
You can just smell like the degree of concentration of pheromones like on her tail is
Disgusting.
appalling, and it's on you.
Evansol's gonna find a dry cleaner after this. That's
Yeah. He's gonna take his whole self to the dry cleaner.
put me in.
And Echo, that's when you realize that you have a new layer of cat fur, but it's only on like one side of you.
I probably should get the other side covered too.
No.
Milkushia, she looks at the prize as yes, and she puts her paw on Bori's foot firmly. The Bori zombie doesn't react. Not the zombie, the ghoul. You know, the ghoul doesn't react.
Very good. Yeah, same diff.
Yeah. And then she violently swats it and just lays this thing out flat. Cracks his head. And then he just kind of like... Ghoul just gets back up and stands.
It's back up. Yep.
And she does it again.
Oh my god, what is wrong with her?
She does this, boy, roll me a d8 for how many times she just, like, cat toy checks this version of you. Wow, 1.
Oh.
All right.
Right.
She kind of mumbles. Roll me, you know, I actually don't need to roll. Hang on a second. You don't need to roll anything. Let's just see. Yeah. So this toy takes 27 damage.
Oh. Does it
Okay.
have 27 damage?
So I'm
You know?
going to basically say that these two ghouls have Bori and
Let's go.
what's his face
Okay.
HP, right? Because that just makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
In
What
this
you're raising them with,
scenario,
right?
for this, like, because this is really more narrative than it is gameplay mechanic. But yeah, she whacks this thing, and you know, Bori would normally be at like probably like half-ish health if he didn't do any of his little fancy stuff. She's like, it didn't break on the first try. Yes. Moves to the second one.
Oh my god.
Roll me, Bori, roll me a d8.
Right.
Roll low, Bori.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Oh
That's not
no,
good. That was not
that
low.
is not good.
So,
To be fair, it is the wide one.
it is the wide one.
It is the wide one.
I believe in you, Jammin. Look, I like to imagine Jammin is watching this, like, sizing it up. Like,
Mm-hmm. Oh, how powerful is
don't-
she?
I can only take 3. Like,
Let's see.
Bro's
So,
about to get way more data than he expected.
the question is, what are you guys doing as she moves to the second one and puts the paw on the Mind Witch ghoul?
Watching, I don't have any distance. Is cure wounds? I think I have to just tap them. Yeah.
Don't use
for
cure wounds. Evanzal's gonna, like, he'll be, like, steadying himself, like,
I don't have anything to discreetly heal him, so he's on his own,
I
unfortunately.
can't believe you rolled an 8. That's wild.
Oh, this is bad.
All right.
unfortunately, I can't Silvery Barb's fate, but nah.
That's
Maybe
all
she
right.
won't hit.
If I wanted to, I could cast Featherfall on it, and we could just watch as she balloons this guy across her patio.
Oh my god. Yeah, she's
That'd
just
probably
gonna hit
help with
this
some of the
guy.
abrasions.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I don't like that crit.
I do.
So that's a lot of numbers.
It's a lot of numbers.
Start totaling up for you. Holy shit.
I'm so scared.
Oh my god. Okay.
That made
How
me
much
a little
HP
scared.
does the Jammin got? Because if it's more, I hope it's more than 168 damage.
Yeah. So, she's just hitting this one over and over and just slapping it and flapping it and thwapping it.
Well,
First
it does
hit.
make the nice jingly sound, so
The second
I can't blame
hit.
her.
The third hit, the fourth hit, and with each hit, you can just see that this Mind Witch body is just getting wrecked, bruised, and battered, and like you can already see like, well, I guess there wouldn't be any swelling because they're ghouls, but like you can see that like it's just breaking this ghoul.
Like to imagine
And-
that the gold coins are just going everywhere.
Yep, and she hits it the second to last time, and is you can see it just the ghoul's about to fall over. And the last hit, the Mind Witch doesn't get back up,
Mm.
and she just looks at you
Wow.
all. This one's broken.
Actually, Amazon raises it again.
Oh. Great.
Yeah, Amazon's literally going to, like, 25 Arcana just bring this buddy back, like... Sometimes they take a little bit to wind back up. Back up. Results may vary.
Yep, by the numbers, as a ghoul, that last one did knock him flat.
That's pretty good. Well, good thing he's literally built like a gold brick house.
Oh my god, that he had gold in him, didn't he?
Yeah. That's why
Gold and jewels.
Canon. Why she hit him so many times is because he literally jingled
He
pleasantly.
had that center mass, like he just like kept bobbing back to like a standing position. Let's see if the gold goes flying everywhere. 13 does.
Almost certainly.
So as soon as she knocks him flat, just like gold goes everywhere. And she says,
Nice.
"This pleases me."
Right.
You know what? Hold on. She said it. Anvizal's gonna give a deep bow and turn
Yes.
to leave.
Yes, Echo will do the same and swiftly follow.
That's pretty great.
Anvizal's got the whole, like, really moving the arms and fists to get out of there. Bro is practically on it using a flying speed right now.
My question for you, either is fine. I'm just curious. Do you raise it again before you leave, or do you leave it
Yes.
dead after you
No, we-
like the revision?
no, we-
No.
We raise it again, if for no better reason than to buy us some time.
You do a little. Oh, let me just make sure. Oh yeah, this is good. You know.
Yeah,
Gets back
no,
up.
seriously. He like leads easily, just like slips one of those little spirit stones back in there, like it sees the other one is just dust. He's like, oh my god.
You can, as you like go to just do a quick like, let me just make sure the toy's okay. I'll just put the battery back in. You know,
Yep.
pretty, like every bone in this ghoul's body is busted. You can just feel like he's like a beanbag.
You know what? Reshape skeleton.
Oh,
Great. Amazing.
I'm just gonna give him a couple jostles to mask the sound of the cracking joints and bone structure. I'm gonna try and do as much quick and dirty fix as I can for this ghoul. He just needs to stand, and he just needs, I don't know, like a right arm, and we're good. His chest doesn't matter. Maybe fix his skull so he's not all like kind of lopsided. Probably the jaw. Get that face kind of good looking.
roll me.
He doesn't need a neck.
Persuasion. Let me just see if you got anything good with that.
We'll see. All right, persuasion is going to be a 12.
Okay.
Nice, cool. So yeah, you're able to.
Takes an audible breath.
You give him kind of a chatty jaw, but
It's good enough.
yeah.
He's definitely like, he looks okay from the front, but then you see him from the side, and he's like kind of skewed. He's like,
So you know how he's super ripped, right? So he's got big man pecs, right? I'm gonna think that like the man nips are kind of askew.
yeah, they're like, one's like 4 inches higher than the other.
Definitely not right. This is definitely not.
It's fine. Listen, we're literally getting. I can't believe how much use I'm getting out of these spells right.
You guys are just gonzo.
I never would have guessed I would use Reshape Skeleton for such a useful, but here we are.
Like, oh fuck, help!
Anything is possible in Rodinia.
Holy crap, that's
Only
incredible.
if you believe.
Yes.
See, you guys are just flying out of here, just
Yep,
walking
we're out.
fast. Pace is fast. You're walking past that water again. You're walking past the cats. All the cats are just mewing outside. They want to go in. They're not allowed in. You're walking through the cats. Roll me perception check.
Rough life. I'm like one step away from casting invisibility on us to make our great escape.
Yeah.
Perception
Another dirty
check.
20.
Echo.
Dang! Oh, I even got an 18.
That's pretty good, yeah. I'd say that you both, like, as you're briskly walking out, you see, like, the water beside you guys, like, ripple, like Jurassic Park, like, poof, poof. But it's just you hear the wet pulpy smacks accompanying those ripples of water as she's just like beating the crap out of her toys, and you just hear the scampering of giant cat legs as you can just only imagine that these guys are just being thrown around like rag dolls.
Great.
It's as unsettling as it is funny.
We're gonna have a story when we get back, and none of it's good.
It would be funny if it wasn't the possibility that could be us right now. So,
Speak for yourself, wouldn't be me, Amazon.
The possibility that it could have been Bori and Jammin.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that one is a possibility.
Yeah.
And with that, you all escape Cat Town. Where do you go?
We
Home.
lived.
Oh,
We lived.
let's go back
Home.
to the Splinter Shaft estate.
Exactly what I'm
So-
saying.
Dude, Bori, you and the Mind Witch, I imagine, are like drinking some smoothies in like the kitchen, like just made some cool like protein shakes. And are just like, yeah,
Just
man.
workout, protein shakes.
You could probably also like smell us before you see us.
Oh,
Like,
Oh,
just
100%.
Amazon's not stopping till he gets to the bath.
Mm.
That's fair.
Jammin just sees Bori and just goes shook.
What are your guys' faces as you bust in the door and see Bori and Mind Witch making smoothies, living their best lives? Like, what do they see when you all bust in?
I'm
I'm actually-
Sorry,
yeah.
go ahead.
No, please, by all means.
I was
Sharkbait, go
gonna say
first.
sweet relief just on his face, like, oh. Like, we'll never look at you guys the same way again. Jamin,
Yep.
I hate to say it, but I know what you look like when you've been thrown around by Melkushia, and it's not good. It's just not good.
It's just. Oh, okay. How about
It's
you,
not good. It's
Amazon?
not pretty.
What's your react when you bust in?
And this all's got like wide eyes. Hey, he's just shaking his head. No, he's not even stopping to. He's going like
No.
It's
Now you
done.
understand why
I
it
hope
wasn't
you're
an
happy.
option.
Smells like it's the bath next. Mind Witch
Yeah.
says.
You don't think this is the most incredible smell you've ever smelled?
No.
No.
For once in our 2 weeks together, this is going to be the first time that I'm going to insist that you take a bath. And I will personally fucking do it myself.
Look, I just
This
if
is the
someone
perfect time
knows
to have you
about
molt.
that- That's true.
Yeah.
I could molt.
You're like, oh, I got it, bro. You just like make some crazy alien noise and then just step out of your skin. You just scar everyone here.
Echo will just a far away look will pass over his face, and he will turn around and leave the kitchen.
Oh, good.
Far
Oh,
away.
oh no.
Echo, with that nat 1 from the perception, I'm going to keep playing on this. Now that you're kind of distant from the source, the cat pee smell, I mean, it isn't all that great. Like, it's pretty mid. Like, it's the intensity in the moment that you just couldn't replicate. That
We'll have that.
ecstasy of smell. It leaves you
Thanks,
almost
I hate it.
feeling empty. That you aren't experiencing it like you did when you were in the thralls of your own olfactory system.
It's time.
No.
No, it's not time. No, it's not time.
No.
Bro, time for what? No! What?
You know.
Do not.
You know.
Where do you molt?
It's time.
I go out of town. I leave.
Are you serious?
So there's
Yes.
just gonna be some straight up,
I
Hold
go
up.
into the woods.
like
Okay.
terrifying, like
There are no
shit-
woods, but okay.
You're
to
gonna
an
be.
unknown. No, the place outside with the creek, where we were going to fight the ice boy.
Damn, going on down to the creek.
You want to ride there on your Vesper wing or something? Or
Yeah. Sure.
okay. Okay.
Let's do that.
That's really dies.
Hang
Moment
on
you
a
can.
second. You can get there on a Vesper wing, or how much time in game do you want to spend going to this place? I just need to know for timeline purposes. That's all.
Nobody sees me for like 2 hours.
Okay.
Maybe 3 hours, actually. You
This
guys
is
carry on
wild.
without me.
Okay.
Horrifying in so many ways.
Whoa. Mm-mm-mm.
You get to the city gates, and you head in a general west direction.
Great.
You walk for hours. Roll me a survival check.
Please, for the love of God. Please.
Roll a 1.
Rolls 1.
No, I'm
Please
not
roll
doing
1.
it. Okay, 16.
Dude, a 16. Okay. You are able to find the battlefield.
Great.
The creek before the battlefield. I don't have a picture of it, not covered
fine.
in snow, but you find this battlefield, this creek that doesn't have people on it.
Great.
What do you do?
You know.
You know.
You know. What do you do with the molt?
That's so much more
Um,
menacing. You know.
I bury it. And then I say a little prayer.
What? You can't keep getting away with this. No.
Dude, there's already rats coming out of like every corner and crevice, like clawing and pawing at the dirt, trying to get to this forbidden molt because they love
Why
that
you gotta
shit.
bury it?
Yeah, so you bury a
Sweet
couple
meat.
rats in the process, but
It's okay.
They are being buried in heaven.
roll me.
Yes.
I feel like the people you slay, like
Can I
they're
just
your
say,
guards
I'm so
into
glad-
the afterlife.
I'm so glad that this happened on camera.
Roll me
What am I
an
rolling?
investigation. Just roll me an
Okay.
investigation.
I investigate. 5.
So, you don't find anything per chance during your digging. And you make it back, and it's pretty uneventful. It's a little windy. There's some sand and some wind kind of blowing up, doing little like dust devils kind of across the plains. And you return a couple hours later. Your skin is red and very ruddy and very raw and sensitive, and you're very sweaty. Your hair is slicked back, and in places where the blood isn't pooling under your skin with the ruddiness, it's just very white, almost translucent, and you are covered in a slime. But it's like a very thin layer of slime.
Great. And I smell amazing. Actually, incredible.
Reset. Hard reset.
Hardly dead.
How horrifying.
Yeah. And do you return to your friends at the Splinter Shaft estate?
Yeah. Return. I come back.
So you get back in. The band's all here. And yeah.
I'm just not gonna say anything about it.
Orin says something. Echo.
Yeah.
Echo. Echo.
Yes.
You smell different.
Thank
you smell very different.
Thank you.
That's it? What happened to you?
Oh, you
No,
don't remember? Actually, I don't know how far this goes back.
I don't know.
But
We're in new territory here. You want this to be a
Yeah.
feature or a bug?
I have adopted a certain ritual. You could say
That's so much more ominous. Bro, you can't just say that.
you could say I exfoliate once a year.
Under the light of the full moon. No.
Can you roll me a perception?
Sure. That's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
He's perceiving tonight.
Orin, like, is looking at you. He was listening. And now he looks like he's visibly fighting something. Like, internally.
What is he fighting?
Roll
Don't laugh.
me a persuasion. I never anticipated that you say that you would smell nice. A persuasion 7. So roll me one more. Technically.
One more persuasion. 13.
So Orin is kind of like he is like kind of on the verge of laughter, like, because this is just a little ridiculous. He's just
Don't.
he has no idea what to make of it. He hasn't laughed yet. You're saying don't, but then like his laughter almost becomes like a little bit like forced. And then he starts like spasming a little bit.
Oh.
Like something's wrong.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Is he okay?
And then he just stops.
Great.
Hey,
That's
Stinky.
Not...
Hey!
Oh, uh-oh.
Uh-oh. As
You!
he does the arm lean on the doorway.
No. You go away.
You didn't tell me you could smell normal.
I don't like... Who? Go away.
Echo, I'm hurt.
This is...
We're childhood friends, remember?
No,
Hey,
this
Sticky.
is not your time.
But I fought so hard to get here. I couldn't believe it. Normally I can smell you a quarter mile away. And for once
Well,
in my
too
life I
bad.
wondered, something smells pretty good.
Well, too bad, okay?
If you can't love me at my stinky, you can't.
It's my
Freshly
stink.
molted.
You hear him say, "Don't play hard to get, Echo. We all know our history. I'm always watching. Behind these blue eyes."
Oh, ominous.
And he just, like, fades away, and you see Orin and his characteristic, innocent, poor Orin and his innocent blue eyes.
Oh, Warren.
Just...
Is he still doing the arm lean? Like, was he mid, like,
Oh,
arm
yeah.
lean
He
against
comes back, he's like, "This is funny." What's up?
You tell that little man in there.
You tell that little man in there.
He's not allowed. He's not allowed to be around when I'm molt anymore.
Hey, Stinky.
Hey, Stinky. Not ready.
When you what?
Don't. Just tell him. Do me a favor.
I don't... I think this will suffice. I don't think I can actually tell him anything. I think you talk to him more than I do. I've never talked to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oberyn.
That's probably fair. Don't worry, I told him
How
off.
is he doing?
You know, I don't know. He seemed harmless.
Hard book to read.
It's kind of a hard book to read.
Was he mean to you again?
He said I smelled nice, and
I
which
think you always smell nice, but maybe
Thank
things
you.
are different.
yeah.
You've changed.
Jeez. It's my yearly reset. What can I say? Some people have New Year's resolution. I have my molt.
I have my mole. That's forbidden mole. Anyways, should we see what the rest of the gang is doing?
Yeah. Hopefully see what the rest of the gang is doing.
Bro. So let's congregate in the Splinter Shaft kitchen.
Nice.
Alu, how's Anvizal's bath?
Scrubbing.
What's your strat? Yes, do a good scrub, man.
So much scrubbing. We're talking
is-
behind the ears. We're talking.
Nice. And there's an array of soaps. There's even bacon
lea-
soap.
Nope, not the bacon soap. We're not doing that. But we're talking like at least a couple water changes and scrubbing.
Incredible. They've even got one of the towel bathrobes for you.
Nice. Let's go.
Perfect. Sandusky rolls up. Hey, what's for lunch? Dude, his belly. Dude, he has gained visible weight in the week that he's been here.
What a legend.
Nobody kicked me out yet. The food's still free.
Sandusky?
Going to end up emptying their pantry at this point.
Whoa, what happened to Echo? You smell different.
You know.
Or not at all. Actually, and just... No way.
No way.
It's still me. Gosh, it's like you guys don't even molt or something.
What?
What?
Episol's gonna come in to the fray after the molt statement.
The moat.
Post molt.
And here you are.
Post-molt
Post
statement.
molt. And Vizal just opens the door and you hear, it's like you guys don't even molt. Just opens door tiredly.
Echo. What?
What? Oh, you how are you feeling after your bath?
I feel dirty.
I feel great. I feel so clean.
That's good for you, Echo. That's good for you.
Although I do feel like a piece of me is lost.
You see Anbo walk across the kitchen area, stop at the wet bar.
Or me one.
Two, he'll come and pass you a drink. Oh, so that's dealt with. You should be thinking about how we're gonna round everybody up for what is to come. And I certainly have some ideas on our main talking points, but want to make sure all of the important folks are at the coronation. Who are you looking to invite?
Well, first and foremost, how did the trade-off go? You all just kind of walked in and walked right back out.
Yeah.
Honestly, if it looked like it didn't go well, if you hadn't told us that it went well, or at least that it was done.
Well, define well.
I just
Echo, why do you have to phrase things so ominously? We
No,
should be
but
in the clear for at least a while.
But Ambazol, I mean, you saw what happened. Would you say that went well?
Yeah, I think that is as well as we could have asked for.
That's true, but it was horrifying at the same time.
I mean,
Yeah.
what happened?
What happened?
Okay. So, what happened was she accepted our gift, which meant that she continuously battered your corpses until they were unrecognizable. So it went well, but I will never be able to unsee that.
Oh.
Yeah,
Could have been us. And
I
he
will
just
have
slow
to-
turns.
You know, if you want to, it's all up there.
No.
You could give him permission, Echo. Give him a front row seat.
it's true. If you want to know what you look like deceased, then
Yeah, you know what? Go ahead. Let's put it on the big
Honestly,
screen right here.
I've seen it a few times already.
That is true.
The mind witch is like,
I saw it as well.
who do you think put them down the last 6 times?
You're right. But it was not pretty. Yeah.
Well, maybe it's good we didn't fight her.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm starting to think, yeah.
Something like that.
But she should be off your tail now, so that's good. Hopefully. Maybe
Hopefully.
let people low profile for a little bit.
It's probably bought us. My gander would be 3 months.
That is optimistic.
That's with maintenance.
Yes, with maintenance.
God, with maintenance.
The mind witch just smiles. You know, there's probably some residuals to be had, and Vizal. They're on the table. I'm not gonna lie.
Consider it. I'm not saying you don't have to make the decision now, but
I'm not saying we have a choice. She might come to you and say, "My toy's broken. You need to fix it, or I'm gonna make you my next."
Yes.
Oh, I'm not terribly exciting. I'm probably in the clear. I can barely even tolerate that place. It wouldn't last a minute. Cat. No, I don't do cats. You, on the other hand, I would love some level of encouragement. In fact, I would be happy to maintain her toys if we could come to an agreement about the fallen who have fallen.
The fallen who have fallen. Oh boy.
The double fallen.
Well, hopefully we won't need to, but there always might be a chance that that knock comes.
Yes, well, we will be in communication. Your best interest is my best interest. It's
As
our
is.
best interest now, comrade.
A little bit, isn't it?
Mhm.
Our fates are now secured with one another. This is our life.
What did we say when we started this body snatching idea? No more than we need to. Let's hope that it always is two. No more.
I
But
will do
I think
everything that I
that's
can.
a really good plug on the fallen thing. I think that's
Yeah,
pretty
he's
good.
like, oh, weird. I've got this skill set that you're suddenly in need of. Let's revisit that deal I brought up.
So what do you offer?
My time is valuable.
Or is that just a yeah?
The offer is basically I will take care of like navigating parlays with Malcrucia and maintaining that toy to keep her off of both of your backs. You give me the toys that you have that break. I deal with the broken stuff. That's what he's trying to cement.
Roll me a persuasion. I think it's a pretty good
I will try.
offer. Just
This
curious.
is like,
curious
but
how
then
it lands. It's a pretty good offer nonetheless, regardless of the roll.
19, let's go!
Rob.
Yeah.
Basically couldn't have rolled better.
He offers you his hand, like arm shake or handshake. You know,
Yeah, Eva's all like, he goes in
deals
for
a deal.
Does the
Like you
arm
said.
lock?
We're in it together. Yeah, he'll go for the arm lock handshake.
Beautiful. It's bad. I just go dark again.
Oh.
Did she take you to the Milk Palace?
I-
Did she take you to that hellscape?
I lost visual on you guys, or at least lost reporting on you guys as soon as you entered
Lost-
her domain. So
You
I
lost
didn't
visual?
know.
Oh,
As soon as you went
so
into that
she's
plaza of hers,
so
Oh,
she.
that's not good.
your guess was as good as mine. It's like a dark spot, you know. It's like if you had a dark spot on your vision where you just couldn't see that part.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if she had some sort of warding or even cult following. I have some experience with creating deities, and I can say it leads to all sorts of illogical and irrational developments, but I just need more time. Sandusky, my boy! And
That's me.
Hazel's gotta do the shoulder pat. We have a mission for you.
What you need, boss?
Yeah, right. We're gonna need you to pack at least half a 10 days worth of rations. You're going to visit an old friend. His name is Scree, ratfolk, much like you. A little bit more unkempt, mind you, but he has something
And unhinged.
and unhinged. But we have something that might put you into an early retirement, buddy. Think about this life even better for the rest of your days. Security like you could never ask for. All you gotta do is one simple mission for us. One last job and you're out.
Oh no.
What's the story?
Well, about half a 10 days worth ride from here. Well, walking. There is a crumbling tower. Used to be beautiful in every sense of it, the word. It was the Alpaca Tower used to serve as a bit of a hub for traveling merchants and people looking to get out of the weather. In its basement, deep below the earth, and Evasol's gonna lean in, there is a resource very precious to us. Not of much use unless you know how to use it, but something that will be essential to the stability of this household and your future. I'm going to ask that you take a brigade of my loyal companions that I will bind to your service. They will help lead you there. I'll give you a map. I'll give you the supplies that you need. You must parley with Scree for passing. There's a likelihood that he has set some traps. I'll send you with the proper signage and things to say. You're also going to want a helmet. We'll get a helmet for you. He tends to shoot first, ask questions later. But you're a wily one, so I assume you'll get in there. You need to bring the ghouls to the basement and ensure that they can start a mining operation. Once you have secured that and a route back, that's all. That's it. That's all you need.
So take some ghouls. Take these shadow boys you make. Take them
Head on to the tower.
on.
Make
go
sure
to
they're able to get to the basement.
the
Set up
yeah,
with their mining procedure. Head back with a sample. You should be out no more than a 10-day. It should take about 5 days to get there. A day or two for them to process and likely dig up a sample. And then another 5 days back.
Hmm. What kind of resistance are we expecting?
One rat. One very clever rat folk. With a hand crossbow. And
Depending on the route that you send him on, he might also end up uh, running into Beetle Screech or Beetle Scream.
Hmm.
That should be fine. We will send the appropriate gifts with him. To parley with whoever he might run into on the road. We'll send you with a parcel of nothing but the finest. A gift for Scree, a gift for the beetle that we speak of. He's a dung beetle. It's I don't recommend opening it. We'll try and stifle the smell. It'll be in a separate bag. You can only use it if you need it.
Any wild cards I should be aware of?
Evan's gonna like lean over to Echo. We killed like all of the goblins, right? Like basically every one of them.
No, there was a
Oh.
couple that survived.
Okay. To clock their gender, I don't know the reproductive cycle of goblins.
Oh,
I don't
well, let me
remember.
tell you about that, and Echo will launch into.
No. Amazon's gonna he's gonna cut you off right there. Like, okay. Well, you see.
Well, you see, the best way
Oh
to
my
prevent
gosh.
a goblin from living is to prevent them
Whoa.
from
Okay.
in the first place.
All right, Echo. Great. As far as wild cards go, nothing that I can expect. You're going to be traveling through some of the outskirts, some of the kind of hills and plateaus. So you might expect some resistance from the local wildlife. It is also a relatively traveled, or at least semi-traveled, so there might be some other folk you meet on the road. We
But
saw
in
the Cobra
general,
King. Well,
this
but in
is
general,
just another trade run. I mean, I am a
should be another trade
procurement
run.
specialist. Okay. And
You're
these
the
goods,
person we need for this.
any special care or handling of this rock that I'm supposed to find in the church, in the mountain?
You
I'm not going to
probably
ask about the
cannot.
church in the mountain, but
You probably can't damage the goods if you physically tried.
okay.
Bori will pull out the bit
Yeah,
that we managed to excavate. This is what you are looking for. It will
Beautiful.
be in sarcophagus in the temple below.
Mhm.
Hmm. Okay. And how much do you need?
At
Whatever we can
first,
carry?
Whatever you can carry.
don't come back unless you have a minimum of 2 fistfuls, because 2 fistfuls would already be like a lot.
hmm
Okay.
But think about it this way: the more you bring back, the more your bonus. We will have heavy incentives for you to bring back extra. Look forward to it.
Mm.
Guy's gonna end up mining all of it.
If he does, that would be incredible. Like, that would genuinely be incredible. Because this could also be used to raise people from the dead in place of diamonds. It shouldn't be used that way, but legally, it can.
Mhm.
Moga, just keep this in your pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, Mogra. Okay. I think I got the assignment.
Holy crap. I just had a wild idea. Just start making like amulets or necklaces out of all of these or out of
Yes.
the rock and
Yes.
giving them to people and making it like a fashion norm.
Okay, so that would be wild. How about this? Fashion norm for nobility.
Yes.
Oh, hold on. Because these are amulets that could literally like tie people's and like bind people's spirits. That could be like an incentive. Yo, that could be
Make it the one family
If
like
we-
make a new crest and etch it into the
yeah,
amulet.
have it be like everybody's symbol of like together,
Mm-hmm.
and we all lift, and we're all no. All right,
Pretty great.
such a good song.
That would
Okay.
be wild.
I think I can do that. I hope, when do you want me to leave?
As soon as we have everything put together for you, it should ideally be by tomorrow morning. We'll have everything in place.
Okay.
It's so exciting.
I'm down. I'm ready for adventure.
What a sweet guy.
All right, cool.
Good.
And Mind Witch will say, or actually, Sandusky will bring up. You mentioned wedding. I love weddings.
Oh,
Yes. When are we planning on doing that, by the way?
Honestly, it would be ideal to have it as soon as feasibly possible. However, I expect it will probably take us roughly 5 days, maybe a week to get everything put together. We have to reach out to all of the noble houses. On top of that, we have to secure the alliance of some of the main market people that we want there. It would be ideal to tie in some of the other powers that are likely lurking around in the city. We need to make sure we're screening any attempts at assassination while we're there. There are some other ties that we need to... And Amazon's just like...
You have the guest list that you have to plan out.
Absolutely. We can't have anybody being caught off guard. People are going to want time to put their fancy attire together. I would say a week. 7 days. You know what, actually? Is there any number in Hobgoblin culture that has, like, cultural significance or relevance, right? Like 5 for, like, like, keep it in hand. Or... as obscure of a question as that is.
None within the time frame that you're looking for.
You're like 10 years. But perfect. In that case, we're gonna go with half a 10-day. That should be plenty of time. It should make
Right?
it. Yep. It should make 5 days. It should make people feel like they've kind of got to like a little bit of need to rush, but at the same time, you're gonna get your message and like you'll be expected to attend. Right? We're having that
Mhm.
shotgun wedding with just enough leeway to get people there. But not
So-
enough time for people to be making like weird political plays.
Okay.
So, how long would it take for Sandusky to get? We probably already went over how long it would take him to get there and back and all that, but I just can't
be
remember the
safe,
time frame.
To be safe, 14 days. So like 2 weeks would be real safe for Sandusky to get there and back. Like even with some complications likely. Based on like travel, fighting to it, mining, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks would be safe.
Because my thought process is Sandusky's been here for a while, like with us for a while. He should be at the wedding.
I agree. I really like that. How would you all feel with like putting it that far out? Is my question. Like 2 weeks,
Or
I don't
we
know.
hold his operation until after the wedding.
That's true.
we should probably do that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm a little nervous about the timeline. I feel like the world's gonna explode in 2
It
weeks.
might. It literally might.
I feel like
the side glance of the GM. Don't like it.
Oh,
I
goody.
fear we might be cooked if we wait that long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably.
You guys do whatever you want to do. I just need to know when things happen. That's all.
No.
All right. So, sounds like wait.
Wedding first, and then
Wedding first. Yes. The tried and true method of wife.
Wife.
Oh, that's just becoming a mantra.
Now remember, whenever you're making the guest list, I think someone that should come. Because really, we haven't seen anything of him in a while. The leader of Amarantis.
Yeah.
His name escapes me at the moment, but
Viceroy
Thank you.
Gorlax.
That's right. Yeah, I was about to say. Yep.
Yes.
That would be epic if you guys sent him an invitation.
We're absolutely sending
Yes.
Viceroy an invitation
should.
because,
Whoa.
we're also probably sending an invitation to.
You are stirring the pot.
I want to send an invitation
What?
out to
Huh?
to that freaking kiddo who was basically the son of gosh, how could I forget Yui, right? Like Yui kind of looked after him. He commissioned that
Bowen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bowen would be
yeah.
nice. And then a really fun one would be inviting the Azure Skill herself.
Of
Yes.
course.
I'm stirring the pot. What am I forgetting?
And the obligatory flip flap.
Flip flap.
How am I stirring the pot? What am I forgetting? With a
I,
vice word Garlax.
I got nothing. I got nothing for you.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. I brought it up because Calcut worked for him for a while there.
Yep. All right, never mind. Ignore me.
How am I stirring the pot? Wouldn't you like to know?
So I think that's really great. I think it's a good idea. I think that your time frame is pretty on point. I don't see any problems with the approach.
Let's go.
Just give me 1 second. Let's go ahead and do a little break. How's that?
Sounds good to me.
Sweet.
Sounds
We'll
good.
put us on break. Hooray! We break. All right, I got the break screen up. How did it crash? Weird. Weird. Uh-oh. Yep. Mm-hmm. How many? Yeah, so it's a 1 in 20 chance. Um, and so it's a firework. You put it on the ground, you light it, and it's a firework. And you roll d20, and if you roll a nat 20, it will shoot a fireball about like 90 feet in the air. It doesn't just fucking blow up. Honestly, I should do that, but no, it shoots and does a cool fireball in the air. It's actually kind of safe to use, sadly. I mean, they definitely could. You're gonna have to either have really good luck or, light 20 of them and hope for the best for a one fireball. Like, that's all these things are. Yeah, I mean, you could. One of them might do the trick. Oh, good. Mm. They definitely could be used. It's a lot of setup to get a single fireball out of them, but how many did you guys buy? Oh fuck. Okay. Yep, that's what I remember having them at. Yeah. O.M. for all Sherman. Uh-oh, she's on the move. She is a woman on the move. Good night, Danny. Incredible. I'm glad I'm glad I landed it as a little unsettling. It's really trying to make it like disturbing without being like body horror, but like yeah. He was trying to keep Oberon back, thirsty Oberon. If you're gonna have an alter personality, you might as well like make it worth it. Bro, hell yeah. All right. And it's crazy why like dental has to cost so much money, and insurers are like, we'll do 50% if we feel like it. 50 bucks. So let's do a quick check-in. I would like to end around 1 tonight, which is in like an hour and 10 minutes. How does that sit with everyone? Okay, cool. So yeah, and I think that the tight but doable timeline of the wedding is pretty good. Um, I also wonder, like, what do you guys want to get into for the rest of the session? I have some thoughts and a recommendation, but I'm curious. Like, we'll just go with Bori. Like, Bori, what are you hoping to do with the rest of the day in game and the rest of the session currently? Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. How, how about you, Echo? Shark bait, hoo ha ha. Just give me 1 second. Let's go to the map real quick. I usually don't go to the map, but let's go to the map. Not everything is 100% to scale, so just please don't. Yeah. Don't be like, well, actually. I'm like, no, don't, please. Please don't. Trying to traverse multiple layers of tomfoolery here. Ah, interesting. Um, Let me pull the fog of war off of this. 1 second. Yeah, in another life. Merde. Merde. Question, how do we get things off? Can I just turn it off? It must be a legacy setting or something. Why is it not showing up? It's weird. It's like it's not on, but it's clearly on. Explore mode is on. Why is it on? Daylight mode's on. Why can't I interact with any of these things? Okay, what about now? Can we see it? All right, all right. Take it in. So, let's call everyone's attention to Cow Gully, right? Focus ping, Cow Gully. The actual city itself is a little bit deeper in, like over here, all right? It took Daddy Atreus, like one full. It was like an 1824 to 24 to like 30-hour trip on a clockwork steed to get to Osmogroth, right? So the burrow is way down here. Let me focus ping. If you look down here in the Verdant Forest, And so it would probably be maybe like a 4 or 5 day journey, making good time, knowing the environment. Like you would make your best time on sea, leveraging some resources that you have as far south as you can, and then using your ranger stuff or Vesper wings to make your way as deep into the verdant forest as you could to the burrow. So I'm thinking like 3 or 4 days. For you, Echo, if it was just a normal by foot excursion, you know what? I take that back. It would probably be more like a 2 day trip for you, Echo, but like a 3 or 4 day trip for like any other random person, depending on if they go like by sea or on land. Can you like? Do you want to go to the burrow? Help me understand what you're saying because I'm not following. Okay. Okay. I think that you guys could make the trip if you wanted to. And what's up, Joe? Not unless you brought a big entourage that made you take like a wagon or two. I think that as long as Echo is with, it shortens the time to 2 days. 2 days travel. Like a tight 2 days, including resting. So if you guys wanted to push yourselves to get there, you could do it faster. Everybody else is going to do this in at least 3 days of normal travel. Now, that being said, you can push yourself and probably make it a day's trip and, not rest and risk some exhaustion, but you could get there in a day if you wanted, and you could get back in a day if you were in a hurry. It sounds like the wedding could be like 5 to 7 days out, or I can't remember what Alu said. Which one? Mm-hmm. So Sharkbait wants to go on an adventure and learn about the burrow and investigate the burrow, right? Um, and what is it you want to accomplish in the burrow, Sharkbait? Okay. I do, yeah. Yeah. Who can say? Joe? It's gotta be 5 days! So, I'm gonna say one sentence, okay? There are no numbers associated with sentence. There is no associations, high or low. Anvizal has arbitrary numbers. I do not. Okay? That's it. It's Amazon wants to have a wedding in 5 days, maybe flexible, maybe 7, maybe something like that, but not like 2 or 3 weeks. Um, mhm. Yeah, I'm not trying to spook you guys. I don't want to spoil anything. All I just need to know is what you guys want to do first, or what you guys want to, what order. That's oh no. Well, luckily it's not Echo's mom. It's Oren's mom. She's an archfey. Yeah. Oh man, that will be a quest in and of itself. Keeping that from Aridark and his agents. That'll be really fun. Yeah. No, 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 no. Can you live in the shadow without them? Like, why is it technical? Oh, So, all in favor of detouring before the wedding and wrapping up the verdant forest. Okay. The plan is solid enough. I think that you have a lot of support in planning this, and these people aren't inept, so I don't really have any qualms with them doing the planning for you. You've laid very clear instructions, and Bori can probably help answer questions that come up and communicate if the mind. Well, obviously the mind witch is staying, right? Bori and the mind witch could probably really help you out here. It could be an opportunity for you. Yeah, fuck this thing. Interesting. Okay, so who don't you tell that you're leaving? Okay. I'm going to bring us back, by the way. You guys keep going.
We'll be telling.
And Orin.
And Orin. Well, Orin's going.
He's going with, yeah.
Yeah, I would hope you would tell Orin. He's like, "This is nice. Where are we going, sweetie?" Like,
yeah. We should
about
probably tell your fiance.
it's a surprise.
Yeah, probably tell Calcut.
We're absolutely telling Calcut.
But everyone that we tell, we have to be like, just so you know,
Yeah,
we're
just
keeping
like
this under
yeah.
wraps if anyone asks for wedding planning.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, probably just Calcut and Atreus.
Mm-hmm.
Really are the ones that need to know.
Will
And
Atreus buckle though?
That man's a fucking brick wall. You think he's gonna buckle
to his daughter, but we're telling his daughter.
Yeah. Plus, he'll be walking around the house and be like, "He's everybody."
Yeah.
That is true.
I haven't had to go grocery shopping in a week.
Yeah.
It's usually every day. Where's that rat?
Where's that rat?
That's pretty good.
Love it.
That being said, do you want to wait on sending Sandusky, or do you want to get him a quick and dirty run, or give him the long haul after the wedding?
I think the long haul.
I'm doing the long haul because honestly, I don't want to put Sandusky through braving that tower more than once if possible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
the more interactions that he has with Screed, the more likelihood that he's gonna die.
All Screed needs is one lucky shot. He just needs that ratty natty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, I murdered.
Makes me real nervous.
All right, so it's been, I'd say it's probably midday, if not getting towards the evening of the day, as you guys have been making some high stakes negotiations and really decompressing mostly afterwards. Now that the looming threat of Makushia has been dealt with, the wedding has come up for preparations. Plans are being made. And Echo, how do you bring up this idea of the detour? How do you sell it to these guys?
He will approach the team.
RP it for me. I think that would be fun.
Let's go.
It's a big ask.
Yeah. Try and convince us.
Yes.
They've been convinced. Entertain me. Sorry.
Yes.
He will say, "Hey guys. So, I know we're preparing for the wedding, but we really don't know how much time we have left before we have to fight the Raven Queen. So, hear me out. There is something that has been very important to me that has just kind of been sitting under my nose this whole time that I feel like you guys could really maybe help me out with if you want to. All right. Ambizol, it involves cleaving soul to flesh. So I'm just saying, that's kind of your thing. And
Okay, there's some implications to that, and my
Well-
wedding is in a week, but
but hear me out.
continue.
And Bori, this is this has to do with the Raven Queen. I'm not exactly sure how, but it does have to do with the
Ah,
Raven.
yes. What a pitch. Like,
Anything to fuck on
tangentially related to you.
Yes. And Stormcrows. So
and Stormcrows.
So basically what we're gonna do, okay, what I'm thinking, all right, is we take a little field trip. To my hometown.
With the bottle.
Which is very nice. It is called the Burrow. It's in the woods. It's beautiful, sunny.
Echo, there are no
the
woods
weather's
around
great.
here. How far are you?
How
just
far
like-
away is this?
A day or 3.
3 days is very different than 1 day, Deco.
Yes,
It's like it's two, maybe one. It's several days. Okay. Don't worry, we won't be late for your wedding. Yeah.
Bori just like reaches over to your to the invitation that you're working on there, Alu or Anvizol, and just you got 5 on there.
He just crumples it.
Makes it an 8. Like,
Right? Yeah, he just curves it. Everybody with the invitation. Why?
Look, I just feel like before we celebrate, we gotta tie up the loose ends, okay? And this is one that is very important. And I fear that once we're done with the wedding, we won't have time for things like this because we'll be focusing on getting ready for the battle. So, feel like I really have to do this. You guys can come with me if you want. If not, I will see if Orin will go with me. Well, actually, Orin has to come. So, but yeah,
What are you
that's what I'm thinking.
What are you planning on doing? You say this involves the Raven Queen and cleaving soul to body.
Yeah. So yeah, about that. Yeah. So remember, do you guys remember you guys remember you guys remember Niotriciota, right?
Ah, yes.
The Fae.
Yes,
The Archfey.
yeah.
The
And
Archfey.
I told you guys about how I killed her, right? I told you guys about that.
I feel like you're carrying some misplaced guilt there, but sure.
Right. Yes.
How old were you when that happened?
I don't know. How old was I?
you were like less
10?
than 5. You're
Oh,
Gotta let it-
oh,
You gotta let it go, man.
Oh, right.
We've
Well, yeah,
all
about
done
that.
some stuff.
So, and then I did tell you about. Did I tell you about how I have her soul in in this deck of cards? He pulls it out.
Sorry,
Did I tell
what?
you about that? Okay,
I
well,
think
that's what's happening. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know how, but I'm pretty sure you can rejoin these and then she'll live again, maybe.
Okay, yeah, I could just rejoin those for you. I could just
Okay.
knit the soul of an archfey from a deck of cards into what?
Well, her body is
Dude.
apparently around there somewhere.
Oh, good. Her body is around there somewhere. That's great.
Oh. So what are going to be going on the wild goose chase?
Well, that's not
probably-
necessarily true. Ever since I've started diving into the undead, I can sense mass graves and where people are buried within.
I-
More than what makes me comfortable.
What
Oh,
what in the hell's?
Yeah,
I
it's
go
kind of just this
around
intuitive
the-
feeling that of like,
Are there any bodies in here?
yes.
Oh.
There's bodies everywhere. This is Cow Gully. This city is
Yeah.
built on blood.
Yeah.
Evisol's like, a lot.
Oh,
Oh,
wow, spooky.
Some of them recent.
Oh. Bori just shifts in his seat. Mhm.
Well, so
No, I will help you, Echo. But I mean, if you're going to be going out of town, I mean, I'm not doing anything. Besides, somebody's got to keep in track with the you and Mindwitch and whoever else goes.
yeah.
Just slow turns to any.
Look, Amazon, I know you have your wedding coming up, and I know that's really important. So I would understand if you don't want to go, but this is pretty. I mean, it's a weird time. Am I right?
Let me. Who was this person to you? Archfey.
Well, she is the we you she's like the royalty that we kind of grew up with. So
Oh, come on. She's royalty. Why do you care?
well, I mean, but she stood for so much more than that. She's not just royalty. She was a symbol.
You knew her when you were 5. How much of their politics could have stuck? Why do you
I
care?
mean, our entire town was built on following her, and everyone was exiled from the Fey world, and she's a symbol of resistance and standing for something that other people wouldn't stand for. She's very important.
I feel
And I
like there
killed
is
her, and I
something.
feel really bad about that.
So you killed this royalty
Yeah.
when you were 5.
Lori, don't encourage it. But
To be
no.
fair, she was already in really bad shape, so she was probably already going to die.
What
It was
do you-
just I delivered the killing blow,
What-
apparently,
I-
and saved Orin.
Wait, what?
Oh,
How
did
did
I
you
not tell
save
you
Orin?
guys about that? Yes, and she was pregnant with Orin.
Okay, you could have said
Whoa,
that. So
you
she's
coulda led
Orin's
with
mother. She's an important
what?
political figure. Get the fuck.
Oh, I'm
fuck? Of
sorry,
course
I
we're
thought you
going
guys
now.
knew
So
that
you want to invite your boyfriend's mom to my wedding? I get it now. You could have just
Yeah,
come out and
no.
said that.
Whoa, that's okay. Look, yes, I'm sorry. I thought you guys knew that already. I need to start saying things out
players
loud.
How would we have known? You never
Yeah.
told us.
You never.
We never had a
Why are you so
powwow.
mysterious? Did you say you molted earlier?
Yes.
Oh, what is with that?
Look,
Why
so
do you
weird in
molt?
mysterious ways.
Why do you molt? Okay, you know what? Okay,
No.
let's get it done.
Let's go to resurrect your boyfriend's dead mother.
Calcut
guys
is going
keep
to
going.
kill me that I'm putting all of the wedding invitations off on her. We were supposed to split that 50-50.
Roll me
Going
to
perception.
kill
you.
Roll me perception.
Oh no. Oh, she's in the claws of the door. That's going to be a 19. Yo, let's go.
She's been here the whole time, around the corner, listening. You know how you
Listen,
hear like the
you're
floor
helping-
creak a little, like whenever like you hear somebody walking in another room.
Evazal whips around like a corner dog. Like,
I think it sounds like your friend needs your help, and that it's important, and that they had the courage to ask amidst what's going on. And I think that deep down, you know what needs to be done, and that you do it when the time comes. And she just like keeps walking. It's one of the things I like about you, Annie.
It's the
We've
orange
got it.
juice.
Yeah. And she just keeps going. Don't be
Yep.
late. That's all she says. Don't be late.
Amazon's gonna turn back. You heard her. We head out no later than midnight.
What?
The witching hour. We ride at the witching hour. Under the cold pale moon, we take flight.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Love it.
Love it. Groovy.
Groovy.
Orin will show up, and you break the news to Orin. What do you say to Orin, Echo?
Yeah, what do you say to your boyfriend?
I'll just turn to him and I'll just be like, I think we have to go to the burrow. I think we got to do it.
What's at the burrow? Just gives
You
you
know
like
what's
a. I know what's
Okay,
at
I
the burrow.
definitely-
What's at the burrow? Just,
Yeah, you never.
she did.
I
She told him.
definitely told him about
Yeah.
this.
He's just like asking as almost like to confirm that that's indeed what you're talking about. Like,
You know what's at the burrow. We have to take care of this before we go into all of this.
You know, at least he's not like the that zealot. I want to hear you say it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Echo is so
Sorry.
mysterious. I literally
Yep.
I didn't build him this way, but this is just how he has become. He's very cryptic.
He's definitely an excellent communicator. That's for sure.
He's a perfect communicator.
Orin is gonna just nod. Okay. How do we keep Eridark from finding out? He has eyes and ears everywhere. And he just kind of like looks over your shoulder and looks at Bori.
Oh. Echo doesn't realize that. He just like looks back and he's like, yeah, whatever, it's Bori.
Does Bori see him like looking at him when he says this?
Yeah. Yeah, he's just kind of like looking at Bori like eyes and ears.
Stone away.
Stone.
Pulls out the stone and fucking chucks it.
Ah,
What
was that?
was that, Bori?
Nothing.
You just threw a rock into my wife to be's wall.
Can
I feel like
roll
you
me
should
a fate 20,
elaborate.
Bori, in case that's a window?
Bro just puts it through a window. He just throws a rock out a
Let it be
window.
Please
The
let
hell
it be a
was-
window.
That was that,
window.
Bori. Nothing. I'll never tell. Good, so you just
The Bori
bounce it
took
off
it
the
out the window.
pantry.
Bori throws it out of an open window into
There
the
you go,
garden
much better.
somewhere.
Well, care to explain why you are throwing things, Bori?
Well. Do you all remember the first time that we ran into Eridark outside of the Goblin Cave?
So weird he was
No.
following you guys.
It seems that he wasn't.
Right.
Yes, he well, he might. I might have
He had you alone for a
kind
bit.
of. Yeah, he kind of had a deal. Kind of. I never really like did anything with it. But info for money. Besides, whenever he showed up with Calcut after her little transformation.
Huh. So what
But,
exactly was the deal? And why did you just lob something out the window?
Well, he gave me that stone that I would use as like a sending stone that I would talk to him with.
Oh my god. How long have you had that, Bori?
Since
Okay.
the game.
So
Since
at
the
this
game?
point, it's not about trying to have Eridark Nart figure it out. We just have to beat him there.
Yeah.
We should
Yeah.
go now. I thought
Go
Okay.
probably now.
Amazon's just gonna open up his bag and like some of the robes on his pockets. He's just gonna stuff snacks. Like,
Yeah.
Can you just tune into a sending stone whenever you want, like a radio?
Yes, actually.
Nah,
It's
that's
very
weird.
convenient like that. If you have a real fancy sending stone, it can record voices for you for use of evidence later.
That is
So-
quite a shame.
I
It's
have
very...
um.
Hmm?
I kind of want to tell you, but I kind of don't want to tell you. You know what? I'll tell you what. It's not a sending stone.
Well, it is a sending stone. He sent that stone right out the
He
window.
sent the-
Yeah.
Tuna-
For a brief moment, it was. No.
For a brief moment.
What was it then, GM?
You guys,
It's gone
you guys
now.
cast detect magic on it when you first got it, and there was no magic on that stone.
Oh, so it's just a decorative frog. I don't like
Is
that.
Is it just like a symbol? Like a hey, I'm part of the Verdant Ire type of shit?
Do you want to go check it out?
A business card?
Peeks out the window.
Sure.
So it's like, wait a minute. It's like runs outside.
No, he just looks out the window and just TKs it back to him.
It's just in the bushes. So, you've got the stone. This stone is carved to be in the shape of a leaf. And there is a single stain of what looks to be blood or paint on the leaf dripping off the leaf. That is the symbol of the Verdant Ire. And it is a stone. Why don't you go ahead and roll me an investigation on the stone?
Me?
Yeah.
Alrighty. 16.
So, you're investigating the stone very closely, probably the closest you've physically looked at it in a while. And you can tell that there is something on the bottom, some type of perhaps like stone shoved in with some like mortar or cement or something, sealing the bottom of the stone itself.
He'll like pick at it and try and like remove that mortar.
Yeah.
Or is it like cemented?
You could work at it and figure out what's in there. Or you know what I mean? You could like get a knife or something out and you could pick at it if you'd like.
Okay. He'll grab his knife, but he'll also like show it to everybody else. Like, I remember that we cast the detect magic on this before, and it did not have any magic, but I found this. And he shows the mortar.
Crack that bad boy open.
He starts working away at it.
So you crack the rock. Oh, well, roll me a sleight of hand. We'll see how well you do this.
Okay. Nat 20.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
yo!
A nat 20. So,
Wow.
interesting that you rolled a nat 20, because this was not easy. You cracked this rock open, and you're being very careful and gingerly with it, and a bug flies out of the middle of it. There is an empty hole inside the rock, and a chittering bug immediately starts flying out past your grasp, but you're able to capture it because you were being really careful
Nat
with
20.
it and you rolled a nat 20. So you capture this chittering insect.
Eat
It's
it.
in
Yeah.
your hands. I hand the ball
Wait.
back to you, Joe.
Well, I guess this answers the question on why it wasn't magic.
He literally bugged Bori.
A
He
literal
literally
bug.
bugged him.
This is some bullshit.
Literally bugged Bori.
Fuck you, Utter Dark.
Wait, I have speak with animals. Do you think it would work?
I think so.
Holy crap. Tell me who's your connection? How much have you told them? You just shake this bug down? That bug's a smooth professional. He's like, I tell you nothing. I ain't no rat.
Does this work with bug?
Let's see. if a bug is a beast, which it is, it could work with a beast. Let's check the. It's limited by their intelligence.
Technically, spiders are beasts
Yeah.
for some reason.
So it could work, but this bug is so bug that it's likely you're not going to get a lot out of it like you would from like a cat or a dog.
Makes sense.
But
A lot doesn't mean
it can
nothing.
work. It could work.
I
Mechanically.
more want to
Do it.
know what it's like buzzing about.
Okay.
Like, is it saying anything?
Leads in, hey little guy, what are you buzzing about?
So do you have to? All right. So how do you talk to this bug that Bori's holding right now?
I'll just put my ear up really close to Bori's like clasped hands.
Let me out,
And-
let me out,
and-
let me out. So thirsty. So food, water, food, hunger, thirsty, food, gotta poop, food.
Okay, well,
Yeah, that's pretty bug.
okay, well, if he was transmitting messages like a week ago, he's definitely not right now. He's just hungry and thirsty. So,
We don't know that. And if this is like a fey bug, who knows what they could do?
well,
It's still in your hands, Bori.
Mm-hmm.
what kind of bug is it?
Bori's gonna do the like make a hole between the thumbs just to like look
How
at
big
it.
a hole?
Like not very big. Like
With
Don't even think you realize just how
So-
fast I am. How fast is fun?
with your sleight of hand and nat 20, you are able to do this without letting it go. But it tried. It tried to get out as soon as you let some light into that hole. And you can see it's some type of like, beetle or roach or something. And it looks to have something on its back. Maybe paint or there was something that wasn't natural on its carapace. But you couldn't see it all the way because you just saw its
yeah,
head.
it didn't open. Yeah.
Mhm. Something bright.
Well, he'll close his hand back up. Well, there's something on the back of its its back that isn't really supposed to be there.
Well, let me ask it. Hey, little buddy, what's on your back?
Numbers.
Numbers. Oh, okay. He's got numbers on his back. What kind of numbers?
Numbers.
Can you read?
It
Don't know. No, food, hungry, food.
Well,
GM, would you
That's
allow
me.
me to use the choke power but not deal damage with it, just restrain?
you can certainly roll and try. I think there's a chance that you could squish him if your control
Yeah,
isn't
he just
well
explodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this would be a really difficult roll. Like I would make you do a like an intelligence saving throw. Let's just do that for terms of that. And like the DC, it's going to be high. It's going to be like a 16 DC to not crush this guy.
Okay.
We're talking like nanonewtons of force that you're going to have to manifest.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to
Okay.
try, you can do that.
Yeah, I will definitely try. Alrighty, you said 16. 26.
Nice. So you're able to just you have him suspended in midair.
Alright. Bori just removes his hands and the bug is just there.
So on the back of this little like beetle, which is maybe, the size of like a button cell battery or, a small coin, it's a number 1121 and it's written in green, like almost like paint. It's painted on 1121.
Okay.
Does that ring a bell for any of us? I don't think so. It's a lot of numbers.
A lot of
What is he
numbers.
saying?
the bug doesn't really seem to have any. You know what? Let's see how. Within the past day. So they have not perceived much in the last day. And if something has been talking to it or through it, it's not aware.
Ask it if it heard any of our conversation, our previous conversation.
Hey, little buddy. Did you hear what we were talking about before?
Buzzing! Human buzzing! You know, loud bugs make bug noise.
So the numbers on its back are not magical?
You could determine that with a spell, but they appear to be.
Determine that with a spell.
You determine that these numbers are just paint.
Working. What's happening? What's going on? Oh, and also follow-up question. Should we leave this bug in here so that we don't draw suspicion for how whatever this is and however this is working?
I don't think I'm going to be able to get it back into the rock.
You can't just like encapsulate the rock in.
Sure, I could put it back into the rock, but sealing it back in there, that's going to be a whole nother journey in itself.
That is true. That is true.
And one that is also going to be strong enough to hold this thing.
Well, I guess he's free now. I guess he's free.
Or, as Boris slowly starts to close his fist, not activating choke fully, but he's just like giving that notion of like, I can just crush it.
That is true, but I feel like that may set off some alarms.
Do we have any
maybe
theories
not.
on what the bug is or what the numbers mean?
The numbers, Mason, the numbers.
Numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Oh my goodness.
I'm drawing a blank. 1121.
Can I get? Does it ring any bells in Bori's mind? 1121, like the numbers at all?
And the numbers don't seem to mean anything other than the fact that they are numbers.
I wonder if
The
this is
numbers
just.
aren't changing or anything like
I
that.
recognize some of these symbols.
I mean, it could be the number of the bug that they
That's-
have. Like they've sent out 1,121 bugs.
Why would you
know,
need
That's
to
what I
number
was
bugs?
because you have so many of them, and that
But
you're
if-
sending out to bug people with.
If they are in the rocks, why would you need to number them?
That's true.
Hmm.
There's a reason. I know there is. Why do you need to number the bug?
I don't think putting it back in the rocks is an option. So perhaps we could do something else with it. If it's not going to be cooperative, and we don't want to kill it. Bori pulls out the box
Oh my
his bag.
goodness.
that has the chaos spider.
The box!
Had the chaos spider. We don't know if it's still in there.
Yeah,
Ah,
it's,
yes,
it's kind of
Schrodinger's
a
Chaos Spider.
Yeah.
If you're trying to number things, you're trying to keep track of them for something. So we
Mhm.
probably shouldn't kill it.
You know,
Because
I've got
then-
little vials.
Yeah. Yes.
A lot of that. Like, just take your choice.
Yeah.
Or just floats it over to you.
There. Use a nice little cork one. Here we go. Yeah. At some point, we'll probably want to poke a couple little holes in here. Not big enough for it to, like, escape, but, you know, the air. So we can mist it. Give it... I miss my little buddy.
We could feed him. We could name him something.
Yeah.
1,
really
1, 2, 1.
1, 1, 2, 1!
1121.
I feel like that'd be bad luck. But
Yeah.
Anvisol will, like, I don't know, like, a little bit of water from his water skin, maybe on some like crushed up like old paints that he's got. 1121 on
Joe,
the
roll me
vial.
another perception check.
Percepi. Nat 20.
Ooh.
Dude, what in tarnation?
Oh my god.
What in tarnation?
Am I
So-
wrong?
Okay, this is really wild. As you're looking over the leg, or sorry, as you're looking over the bug in the vial, you can tell that one of its legs has been precisely removed. Not ripped off, but like precisely like removed or cut, and it's missing
surgery.
one of its legs.
Oh, that's a surgical cut.
That's what
What
is going on with these bug?
We definitely can't kill this bug, bro.
No.
And
I mean, we
you can
could.
see
I just agree it's
where
probably best we don't.
1121 was written on the leg that has been cut off too. You can see that there is a little bit of paint on that leg.
I wonder if this is just like a channel. I know there's
Natty's
ways to
wild.
attune to certain frequencies, but doesn't use magic. Sorry, this is fey trickery. This is outside of my realm of expertise.
Yeah, this is fey fuckery. I
This
don't
is
know.
dishonest fey trickery.
We should definitely leave this guy behind, for sure.
It's just a bug. It's not
Sends
even
it off with
magical.
Sandusky. No.
Great. We will put, because he's just a bug, we'll put him in a little drawer and we'll let him live his happy bug life until we get back. There is no way he's just a bug also. With
Yeah,
one...
no.
No.
I'm being 100% honest with you. As a GM and as a friend, that bug has no magical aura or magic things cast on it. It's just got a number on its back and a number on its missing leg, okay? Inside a completely 100% non-magical rock.
No, because he might be just a bug, but he's not just a bug. You know what I'm saying?
Not to us anymore. No.
He has some greater purpose in this life. And I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. Okay? This is some weird stuff right here.
With your sleight of hand and perception, you have learned everything about this bug you could possibly hope to ever know. The rest is up to you players.
One, 121. Is it a date?
The numbers don't matter. I'll tell you that with your natties. The numbers don't matter, except for the fact that they're numbers and they're specific. I mean, that's the only thing that matters about them.
Very good.
Okay, well, that is concerning. I am concerned.
That's the only
We should
freebie that I'll give.
Right.
I normally
Probably
don't
nothing.
spend this much time on this, but it will be really important to your quest if you figure this out or not, right here and right now.
No, stop.
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
dead ass.
Oh my god.
There's probably nothing
Why?
there, but Bori's gonna look like in the hole that the bug came out of in the rock, just to see if there's anything else inside of it.
No leg,
Nothing.
no nothing, man. The bug's just been, like, just captive in this rock for the last week.
Let's go back to before the rock was carved. So they carve a rock, they hollow it out, they take a beetle.
Echo, why don't you just ask the rock?
But doesn't how the rock work? It only receives in the past day,
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I
Oh.
don't think that would help.
or
us
is it the
very
month or a week or something?
Let me look. Let me remember in my brain.
It's such a good
Or-
spell.
I wouldn't imagine. I think it's just you, like, animate it, right? Otherwise, that wet bar had a crazy 24 hours before we got there.
Yeah, it's true.
You awaken a spirit that resides. Well, hang on. Let me just post it in the chat.
Ah, thank you.
Spirit that resides, such as a rock, sign
Yeah,
or
about things
temperature.
it's observed.
Bro,
Things
you've
they
had a lot
haven't
of things
observed.
talk to you with this spell. I'm surprised you haven't done this sooner on this
I'm
route.
just saying, Echo. This is very
Hmm.
much in line
Okay.
with.
Okay.
Or just gives
I'm-
you the
What do you
I-
rock.
ask the
I-
rock? You
I
have
cast speak with
1
an inanimate
minute.
object. Hello. Please tell me what your purpose is.
My purpose. I do not know my purpose, but I was made specific and for a reason. Bugs were numbered. Legs were numbered. Legs were removed. There is a book of legs, a book of numbers. The master, he knows all the bugs. He looks in his book. He looks over something. He reads the number. He sees you. He sees
Oh,
me
Jesus Christ.
in the rock. He sees who holds the rock. He speaks to them. I have a purpose. It is right here, but I am broken. I can no longer serve the master. You have 15
the most-
seconds left.
It's the most
Who is the
zealous
master?
rock.
Please tell me.
10
Please.
seconds.
Who is the
Wait,
master?
what did you
Master.
ask me?
Who is the master?
I do not know his name.
No, Rock. Please. Impart your knowledge. Impart your deep wisdom on me. I have
That
to know.
was 1 minute of talking to
Wow.
something inanimately.
Okay, wait, that gives us a lot of information, though.
That gave us a lot of information.
Book of
No, he
legs
can-
and numbers. So
So
someone...
he can no longer look at us. Well, at least someone who can know if you're holding the bug. I'm assuming, not just the rock.
He has the leg. He has the
leg.
leg, and he can connect the leg to the bug. So he's like, oh, channel 1121. That's
Bro's
this
got
leg.
bro's got a radio antenna he's fiddling with.
Yeah. He's like, let
These
me
are-
check in on them. But how? But how
It's
is
a
he checking it?
It's a scrying bug.
Scrying bug?
He scries on the person.
That's-
Holy shit!
That's crazy.
Roll me an insight, Joe.
Holy shit!
Are you right?
This is gonna be bad. He has a neg too, but 0.
That is 0.
0. Let's see, a 0. I don't know what to give you with the 0.
Yeah, I can't turn that in, or can I? Hang on. Where's there? I have an ability to where I can change something into an intelligence roll. Where is it? Strong mind? Oh, it's strength or dex save into an intelligence roll. Never mind.
I'll give you advantage on it. It makes sense. Can't believe you roll.
Nat 20 for an
Dude.
18. Holy shit!
Oh my
Okay,
God.
all right. Now we're cooking. Joe,
What does he do?
he has only ever communicated with you through the stone in only a few short words. In fact, always less than 25 words.
He used a sending spell. Motherfucker.
On the bug.
Or the distant voice. But probably sending.
So the bug was talking to you.
No, the bug was not talking to me. It was Ergodark doing what I do.
Oh,
Speaking
that's
directly
bad.
to me.
Oh, that
Got
is
you fooled,
very
didn't
bad.
he?
Motherfucker.
He never said it was a sending stone.
Mm-mm.
Which begs the question, what has
How
he
is
seen? And what
Huh.
does Ergodark actually know?
And Vizal. Detect magic now.
Okay. Fills his pocket, breaks one of his little rune stones.
Is there anything in this room?
Yeah, okay, am I looking for magic or am I looking for ghosts?
You're looking for a scrying eye.
It was all, yeah, he'll be looking around.
You see no scrying eye.
No lie. But
Unless he saw us when we were talking and then dispersed the scrying eye. It might be safe to assume that he doesn't know yet.
No,
Is it
that's
safe?
not how safe to assume works. You assume the worst case scenario, and
I
you
think it's-
hope. It's not.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Goofy. I can't
Well,
not
that's-
give you that with 3 nat 20s in the process here.
That is wild.
That's actually really interesting. I never would have expected that. Huh. I'll have to keep that
That
method in
isn't-
mind.
It is ingenious.
So, Orin, to answer your question, there is no way to guarantee that he doesn't already know this.
Well, after this moment, there is one way to ascertain that he doesn't know, and Bori's just gonna choke the bug in the flask, just killing it.
Okay. Sure.
Valid. That's valid.
Okay. Yeah, we can work with that. I had a better method technically.
It's
you know,
squished.
Yeah,
Bug
he's,
is insane.
he's very dead though.
Also, how does Eric
Uncork it.
know how to
Here
do
you
that?
go, Bori.
Know how to do what?
Know how to do or is sending a common
Sending is a
spell?
magical spell. It's a 3rd level spell.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're fine. He's not like some insane secret. I don't know. Something.
No, he's probably yeah. I mean,
He's probably an incredibly powerful magic user, but
Yes. Okay, great.
It's also pretty crafty.
Great.
He gave
he's
Bori a
very
rock.
crafty.
mhm.
Actually, that's very crafty.
just
I guess
think
for
the
future
actual-
reference, do we want to screen ourselves for the next 24 hours? Against scrying and detect thoughts and all that goody. I have-
Bori pulls out the pellet of venomous thoughts.
Yep, I was like, now that we're friends with the main person we were planning on using that with, I guess we could just use these last few, yeah?
That makes sense.
I'll just do a quick distant voice and tell Jamin that he won't be able to communicate.
Don't peek, it will hurt a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, he'll do distant voice and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go offline. Don't peek into my mind. It's gonna hurt. We're being safe about something."
Right. You smell awful when you take those.
Sorry.
Sick, don't be smelling me, Doug. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Can't help it. He just like answers your thought for you in your
Yeah,
head.
poor guy.
It's
This
better when
isn't
it
an
wasn't
active
coming off of
decision.
you materially. Like whenever the thought layer, like all the thoughts were spinning around you, and like your poisoned ones were sickly green.
Nice.
Down in the deeps.
Tasty.
That was a cool place.
Very
Mhm.
cool. They have
Cool.
talking spiders down there.
Yeah, crypt spiders.
Alright.
Not a fan. So,
Well,
fan of
crypt
their
spiders?
work. Not a fan
No.
of them.
Emerald does not need crypt spiders. However, nah.
Who is the master?
fine.
Who has the beetle book?
Well, ladies, gentlemen, it is safe to assume that Eritar already knows of our plan and might be on his way to intercept us before the burrow. So, I think we should head out as soon as possible. Preferably.
Tuned in
Oh.
for that conversation, but yes, we should head out as soon as possible.
I've already got rations. Opens his cloak to like all these snacks and food.
I'll grab my rucksack.
I should have just about everything.
Boring.
Da.
Roll me a fate 20, and on a 13 up, something will happen that we'll close the session with.
You're gonna say roll me a fate 20 and pray.
13.
my gosh.
On a 13.
Okay.
Solid.
You hear thoughts in your head as Anvizal, your detect magic that you had cast earlier, Bori kind of starts to coalesce in magic. Borikrios. And you hear the familiar whisper of airy dark woodlight in your ear. Oh, meant in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you, Bori?
Oh. Uh-oh.
Would you please fill me in with a mission report? I am having trouble seeing you right now.
No.
We did have a deal. Didn't we, Bori?
Bori's not here right now. Please leave a message after the beep.
I really gave him the dial tone.
Holy.
And that's where we end it.
Great. Good. I feel good about that. Father is upset.
Father's upsetty spaghetti.
Yes.
Oh, Lordy, here coming.
We need to look at.
Lordy.
We might need to look at those cards that he gave you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we gotta take a look at that.
Nah, it's fine, probably, right?
I mean, it definitely does contain the soul of Neotriciota, so...
But does it contain any other magics?
Yeah,
The
we
cards
should
might
look at-
contain her soul, but what about the container?
Yeah, we're gonna have to check everything.
Wouldn't you like to know? No.
Mm-hmm. We'll find out next time on Rodinia, folks.
That's right. As they do the quickest pack for a trip ever. And like Bori takes a shower again.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh no, my dad's gonna find out. Echo every time.
Seriously, buddy, we need to work on this.
Would you wiretap all my friends, Dad?
Not again.
Really,
Dad,
Chris?
you're being so annoying.
Stop
Stop
That's so
wiretapping
good.
your friends and threatening them in their minds. I hate when you do that.
Why did you do that? We talked about this.
Oh, all right. So I was TwoHands playing GM, playing mysterious and spooky fathers.
Squared. Like
Squared. I love playing Airy Dark. I love being a fucking shit with him.
it's very fun. I
I'm
must
so
say.
happy when he comes up. And who was I playing with today?
Hello everyone, I go by Aludriea Luna. I was playing Anvizol Erlenor this fine evening. Local coordinator, and he just needs a nap.
He needs a trip.
He needs a
camping
trip.
Camping
Yeah,
trip.
that's what we're doing. He's taking a night out on the town.
Get a
It's like the
cabin in
worst kind of
woods.
it's like the worst kind of bachelor party.
I was
It's
literally
gonna be
about to say that.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck the
Simple,
bachelor
relaxing
party.
camping trip with the boys.
That's gonna be the next session name. But also, what lies beyond the gates.
The worst kind of... That's me. That's who I am.
Oh lord. Alright, I am Joe. I played Bori Krios, unintentional Fey informant.
Hey, the best kind of Fey informants.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell him who I talked to, by the way. Yeah, I'm not telling him that.
Nah.
Good thing I didn't ask. Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for joining, and thank you for tuning in this late.
Yeah. I was Sharkbait. I played Echo, the good-smelling Fey Blood Ranger. Who would have thought? And he's scared. But I guess we'll have to figure that out for next session.
That's right. Cool beans. I shall end the stream.
Great.